I reach 14, I still there here say, Niger, go better. I make my target, they go 40. What's 40 with our system? What's 40 with this nation? What's 40 with Niger? Because not Sakpa, there ain't no, not Sakpa, there ain't no corruption, they get more corruption, there ain't no, not Sakpa, there ain't no, not Sakpa, there ain't no corruption, they get more corruption, there ain't no subsidy gone from day one, propaganda on day two, fake news on day three, oh you, oh you, oh you, oh you, breakfast from Chicago, FBI they come with the big cargo, delivery location, destination, now you're resident. Auntie, could you do this? Auntie, could you do this? He's a female barber. Auntie, could you do this? Auntie, could you do this? He's officially a taka 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 forgery in our nation inside Oluwale. Taka 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 forgery in our nation inside Oluwale. The Vawulence space. This is the Vawulence space. 250 million Nigerians. You have taken the bull by the hand to save Nigerians from this global embarrassment. Subsidy gone from day one. Propaganda on day two. Fake news on day three. Oh you, oh you, oh you, oh you. Breakfast from Chicago. FBI they come with the big cargo. Delivery location, destination. Now you're resident. No lobbying in Chicago. No lobbying in Chicago. No lobbying in Chicago. You can go uptown, downtown. The system works. This is the Vawulence space. This is the Vawulence space. Many things where I don't see you. The way many things for my country they go. Many things see they in my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Many things where I don't see you. The way many things for my country they go. Many things see they in my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. To listen to news not depression. If you get connection now oppression. We dey pray to possess our possession. Yet the country they still for recession. Many people plan not to jack out. But to get one thing I wanna ask you now. Who go come fix our Nigeria? Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things see they pain my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things see they pain my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Everything in life like competition. Now the priest they meet us for confession. Holy Ghost and move for protection. And I just go first on the progression. Many people plan not to jack out. But to get one thing I want us to know. Who go come fix our Nigeria? Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things see they in my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things see they in my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things see they in my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things see they in my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. This is the Vawulence space. Who go come fix our Nigeria? The Vawulence space. Who go come fix our Nigeria? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vawulence space. 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 Where the pictures converge. Sharing afternoon, good evening, ladies and daddies, brothers and sisters, friends and foes alike. You're welcome to the Violence Space. It's another beautiful Tuesday from the side of the world. I hope it is beautiful wherever you're listening to us from. Thank you for joining us again and yet again. Another wonderful Violence Space edition. A show, as we always put up on the platform. Thank you for always sticking with us. I see my brother Well in Nigeria. Thank you for joining as usual. All those requesting for the mic, I see you, Mommy B, and everyone out there. We're bringing you guys up as soon as possible. All our blue tickers, non-blue tickers, every single one on the platform. Listening to our voices right now, thank you for joining us. All those listening anonymously, thank you for joining. As I always say on this platform, it is always a show up in here. So thank you for joining us. Thank you to all of you tuned in from our various streaming platforms, from the Violence Space radio station, the Violence Space Facebook channel, and the Violence Space YouTube channel. We're doing everything possible to make sure this conversation go as far and as wide as possible. Thank you for always sticking with us on the platform. It promises to be another amazing space. Sorry for not coming out on Thursday last week. I was really under the weather, could not come out. I'm still trying to get myself back, and hopefully we are strong enough to go through this night with the whole space. But thank you guys for always sticking with us. Please, let's have an amazing conversation as we always do on the platform. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I call you guys the first responders because you guys are always the ones that are coming to this temple, to this church, to this mosque, to this shrine, to this atmosphere and start up the whole show with us before our mid-comers and our late-comers come in. You guys are always the first responders, and I say thank you. We do not take this for granted. Without you guys, there is none of this platform running. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Danke, danke, asante sana, sinaponga, whatever language you listen to, thank you for joining us today. It's going to be an amazing, amazing platform. All right, all right, all right. I think today is a very special day because it marks exactly 1 year. 1 year. How time flies on this platform is crazy. It marks exactly 1 year when we hosted Peter Obi on his first ever space on the Power of Facts. Today marks exactly 1 year, and I was just thinking, and I remember how it happened. We're on this space when it happened. If you guys remember that last, I think that was on a Thursday, the 25th of May last year. We were having our violence space, and that was the most storied period I would say in this journey, especially for myself personally, because it was a whole therapy session then with a whole lot of obedience, being downcast, a whole lot of us wondering, like our world was crumbling. We were wondering what was happening. How did we get here? Are they really going to swear this man in? People were coming with different permutations. Let us make sure they were just we. If you know how tense the atmosphere was that period, you understand what I'm saying. But we're going to come into all those conversations today. It's going to be an amazing space. I really want to hear Nigerians come out here today and speak. Let's have this conversation. Let's really talk about these things, man, guys. Thank you for always joining us. As I always say, fine, run into the program as we always do because I am itching to speak. There are a whole lot of stuff to talk about today. I'm itching to listen to Nigerians really talk about today because we will on this platform. Hopefully, we're trying to make sure we don't close this space. We might close this space 1 minute into May 29th. 1 minute into May 29th. Let's just be that on this place we got into 1 year of this infamous administration. And with that, I say welcome. Thank you guys for always sticking with us. As I always say on the platform, if it's your first time of joining us, you are absolutely welcome. Probably you've heard about the violence space one place or one way or the other, for good or for bad, because we are always known for one thing, either good or for bad. Depending on where you're looking at us from, which angle you're looking at us from, we might represent what is bad to you or what is good to you. But whatever it is that brought you to this platform today, I say you are welcome. If it's your second time of joining us on this platform, I say you're absolutely welcome. You know what you got the last time, that's why you're back here again. And if it's your third time, you are now a regular. And to all our regular violencers, thank you for always sticking with this platform. Thank you for growing the biggest space in the country, vis-a-vis the continent. We cannot stop doing this stuff. We'll keep doing it every day, back to back to back, non-stop. Please keep supporting, keep pushing as we're always on the platform. This is all we can do as a platform, as a people. I always try to make sure that I I um I understand my sphere of influence. I understand the people that I have in this community that we have grown and we have built up until this moment. It's very important to understand this. And I say you guys are the MVPs. And I say for this platform, if you're a violencer, there are so many things that are happening right now that I just like many probably deja vu feelings. Probably I've been there before. It is nothing new. We have grilled our people on this platform. We know we be no saying so it could be. And that's why we're here. And if you're joining us for the first time, I tell you, you will also get into that vibe, into that groove to understand that this platform is a platform built on facts and figures. Whatever I hear here, whatever I hear people say on this platform, you can fact check it, you can take it to the bank, and I promise you, you will cash it out. I promise you, you will cash it out in any bank as long as it is not CBN. Thank you guys for sticking with us. Let us get into the show as I always say. Please, guys, take the next few seconds as I always do before it skips my mind to all the amazing volunteers on the platform listening to the sound of my voice. Please take the next few seconds to retweet the space, to share the space. Let the whole world know that the number one space on X is back and we're up and running like we never left this place before. Let's get the retweet buttons right now, guys. Hit that retweet, hit that repost, share it, copy the URL, post on your WhatsApp stories, post on your Facebook, whatever means you can get this gospel out there. Do it right now. Let's get our people into the building and have an amazing conversation. All right. Let me jump straight into this deep right now because I am excited to speak. Because it's 1 year, it's been 1 year, exactly today, 1 year, exactly May 28th. Let's go back to 25th of May last year. It was all traumatic for us. It was all traumatizing for us. So many things that happened. Our mandate was stolen. Nigeria was experiencing the darkest period, coming out from a very useless administration, a failed administration. For the past 8 years. Nigerians were in hell, and we did all we could to try and get back our mandate. And unfortunately for us, our mandate was hijacked, was stolen, and was announced in the middle of the night. And we were passing through this whole stage from February through the month of March, through the month of April, and it was like, will this thing happen? Will they swear this man in? What can we do to stop it? We did everything. Some of our brothers went to the courts. Some of our people, every conventional and unconventional means, people were trying their best to see how this thing does not happen. But alas, by this time last year, and I know it was so hard for us to tell on the violence piece. Many of our people were dejected, many of people were traumatized, many of people were depressed. It was all kinds of feelings that period for us. And I know I reached out to a couple of our senior obedience, our senior colleagues, and I reached out and I was like, man, the heat was too much on me. I was, honestly speaking, I myself was down. And I reached out and I said, please, this particular space, I cannot host this particular space. A space that I feel this to use this to this story in. Only we don't feel this space. So you people are the ones that were gingering us to push. Please come and give moral support to obedience, because obedience were literally down. Those that were still online, because many people left, many people deactivated accounts, many people that are forming Bruce Lee today were tearing were destroying their PVC. So we're burning we're about to tear their passport. So we saw all these things going on. People were pushed, and I reached out and I said, I reached out to my big sister, Madam Aisha. I said, Madam Aisha, come. This today's space, only me no go run am. Mona come. I reached out to a couple of other people, Mr. Val. I reached out to a couple of them. I can just, people that I know that understand firsthand the brunt of what we are passing through and have passed through this journey with us, because on this platform, people don't understand what we have done on the violence space actually, because on this platform, violence space was a platform that officially indoctrinated and inducted Aisha Yusufu to become an obedient. On this platform, I hope people cannot forget that space. And I had to come and say, Madam, please come back. Mrs. Barriat. I reached out to a couple of guys like, please, Ibrahim Abdul Karim, these are violent space converts to obedient movement. And please come and let us run this very big space. Let's talk to our people. Let our people understand that this journey that we're running through right now is not just a sprint, it's a marathon. And to fix a nation does not start one day, and it will not end in one day. It takes a process. It takes a process of you learning through things. It takes this hard time. We have to pass through this hard time for us to come out better and understand the system totally. And she came out on that space, and if you were on that space that day, you would have understood the mood on that space that day. Try to encourage our people, the violencers that came out that day. Inspire hope, tell our people it's not yet over.
We are going to the courts. Let's see what can happen. Let us just test the system, because for us, this was the first time Nigerians were participating in an electoral process. Nigerians came out to participate in the electoral process and follow it up to the very conclusive end. We had never known how disastrous the court process were. Before, after elections, everybody just pack, go house. Okay, they have declared Obasanjo. Okay, they have declared Yaradua. Okay, they have declared Jonathan. Okay, they have declared Buhari. Nobody even understand what happens in the Supreme Court, in the Court of Appeal. We don't even understand all those processes. But this was the first time Nigerians had to really understand how damaged our system is. It was a process that we had to pass through ourselves to understand.
I'm not done yet, but I'll round up soon. So we can't stop talking. We need to keep talking. When you see something like that, it's better sometimes to just keep quiet and just allow people to fight. You cannot control obedience. We don't have leaders. You cannot control them. That's just by the side. And what for Bola Tinubu, I don't give a damn about that man. I don't see him as a president. He's not my president. I see him as someone who hijacked Aso Rock, and that's who he will always be. That's tomorrow for me is Black Wednesday, and I will implore everybody tomorrow. Let's turn social media to black. Let's turn it to black. Black Wednesday, the day democracy died in Nigeria. The day democracy died in Nigeria, so that they will understand. Everybody, people who are coming onto social media, it goes everywhere. They will see that something is happening. This man will know that he has no place in Nigeria. He has no place amongst well-meaning Nigerians. We do not recognize him because we are bigger than them. We are better than them. We are larger than them. And we have to realize that. We have to work with that. And 2026, we will make sure that APC gets admitted into the hospital. And by 2027, APC is buried. Buried. They are dead and buried. Thank you very much. I yield the mic.
All right, thank you very much, Dari. Thank you very much. Uh, I mean, that was a very brilliant submission. But just to give a disclaimer to everybody listening, I didn't want to, interject because I know Dari was making some very relevant point or emphasizing a point that Saddam had also made earlier regarding at some point. And for me, I don't think keeping quiet is an option, or keeping quiet is not an option. Of course, there's probably talk of organization of approach, but say you want to say, oh, because one thing, let's keep quiet. That's really not an option, like Daria had said. But just to put this out, I know how spaces works, so I understand that after that, some people might feel like that's a new topic that they want to dwell on. It's not a topic. Um, Thank you very much, Dari. Dari just had to pinpoint that out, and he even made it clear that he wanted to go deviate to that side just to emphasize it. All right, State of the Nation, Tinubu, 1 year of failures. As in, you can never fail more than Tinubu. See, if you get picky with the fail past Tinubu, use them to sacrifice. I'm telling you, if you can get picky with the fail like Tinubu, use them to sacrifice. Money not will come out to bet something because I'm not sure, but shall just have to sacrifice. We never best. Let's have you. After which I'll come to Maddox. Or after never best, I'll come to Mary White. Let's hear a lady. I think we've been hearing just males mostly. And after Mary White, I'll go to Maddox. Real ever best, go ahead.
I beg go to Mary White and Color Day, please.
You don't create your own queue. All right, no wahala. Just let me know when you are ready. Let me know. All right, Mary White, please go ahead. After which I'll come to Maddox.
Real ever best. One no okay. Thank God. Thank God I'm going before you, so my network hopefully will be good. Hi everyone. Hi, obedience. MS Saddam, the host. 1 minute, my brother. I salute everyone else. And to Bolanle, everyone else. If I forget you, please, I forgive. Forgive me. So 1 year of Tinubu failures, or to me, it's sorrows. For me, always, it's always been. I know what we all went through. I must commend every one of us for all we went through during the election. I know we won the election. Yes, they did steal it, and or stole it, however tense you want to use. Um, and I did go through what everyone went through. I listened to Chukwude or Chuka, whose first time it is on Vawulence Space. I commend you for also coming to speak. We did all go through all those phases of grief, if you could call it that. But I'm happy that we're still waxing strong. Like Dara said, they expected us to just fizzle out, but it seems like we're waxing strong. We're still going strong, and I must commend us, and I will also encourage us to keep going strong because we're gonna need this strength come next 2 years, even before that's if we're gonna have an election. 2027 comes, so which leads me to the Tinubu faders. For me, security has always been the number one I guess, most important thing a government should provide its citizens. And we know that APC in general, not just Tinubu, they failed in this aspect. When they came in, security was just confined to one section of the country. But as we know now, it's now spread to all 6 zones of the country, and it's even getting worse. And with insecurity has also affected other aspects of of our livelihood, especially in education. We just saw the statistics that came out. I think was it yesterday or a few days ago, where a high rate or number of students or kids are actually out of school, and this is what they plan to do. They plan to keep a lot more people illiterate. Like they don't want people educated, and that's how they are gonna win elections. Because the more people that are not educated, the more you can propagate your propaganda, and when election comes, you can actually easily make them vote for you. And for me, that education is really important. So I will still go back to security. So security, so now, like I said, it's spread to all over all the 6 geographical zones. And where I'm gonna base my, I guess, submission is in the southeast, because to me, the way it's being dealt in the southeast is actually lopsided. We could all see what's going on in the middle belt. When the middle belt is in trouble, you rarely see the military there to even come to save the communities that have been run over by the terrorists. They always come after the fact. But you come to the Southeast or the South in general, what Tinubu government or APC has actually done in the Southeast now is to build military posts. And the military posts are coming into all these communities, taking over local governments, and also all in the name of there's all this unknown gunmen there or other things that you may call it. But when they should also, to me, make it equal to all zones. And for me, Tinubu government has failed in that aspect. If you're gonna deal with security, you need to make sure that it is the same, irrespective of uh, whichever zone it is. And I think that they are heavy-handed when it comes in Southeast. And that's one of the failures that I think the Tinubu government has done. The second one I see is under Tinubu, bigotry has thrived. And to me, is worse off amongst the young people. It hurts when I see someone post something, and when you go to the comment section, you would see what young people like you and I write under. It's like no one can really write anything or say anything without it always ending in bigotry. And you will never see this government try to bring us together. As a matter of fact, it seems that it actually favors them. And it all is up to you and I to ensure that other young people like us do not have the upper hand. Because if they do have the upper hand, it will, to me, it is not good for the future of our country. Because as you could see, our diversity is always our strength, especially in Nigeria, where we have different tribes. And for me, that's another thing. And for me, like, we could also see it with this last Wale Soyinka thing. I do commend. I know Vawulence Space. It's some people say it's an echo chamber. Yeah, you could say whatever you say. On that note, I also commend some hosts, like I'll call some names, people like Grandmaster, people like Goats, Duke of Ife, that actually bring all these people. And to tell the truth, sometimes I do enjoy it, but sometimes my brain, I lose some brain cells because when you see some of this APC goons come up, they will never want to talk about whatever the topic is all about. They'll always want to bring it back to bigotry. And to me, we cannot allow them to always have this upper hand. And that's where I'm going to end it. And like I said, I'm still going to end it by saying that we all, as obedience, should not relent. We should continue doing what we're doing. And I believe that if we continue with this path that we're going, that we would definitely get the Nigerians that we've always prayed of, which is a Nigeria where everything or anything is possible, so long as you have the good environment where everyone can thrive. And that's where I'm going to end
All right.
my submission. Thanks and God bless.
All right. Thank you
Bye.
very much. Thank you very much, Mary White. Thank you for your solid submission. Uh, Thank you very much. I mean, I agree with you. I mean, the security, I don't know. It's just unfortunate how we've gotten used to it, and Nigeria is a den, like it's a crime scene, like we always see. It's quite unfortunate. Anyway, quickly, I'll just go straight to Madex. After Madex, I'm going to come to Odogu. Then we take it from there. Madex, are you there?
Hello, yeah, I'm here. You okay? Can you hear me?
Yes, go on. Yeah.
All right, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. It's my first time on this space, to be honest. I've followed the violence space for quite a long time, and I've tried to speak most times, but fortunately, I've not been able to. I want to commend everyone for all what we're doing, for keeping the flag flying, for making sure we're the critical opposition to this illegitimate government. Please let's keep doing what we're doing, and let's keep recruiting people. I want to commend Olishi for what she's doing with our WhatsApp Operation Rescue Nigeria, which is fantastic. I just want us to know that there are a lot of violence guys out there who are not yet active on this space. People like us. Like Odumeje would say, we've not yet released our complete power. There is so much power out there that when we come out and unleash them, we will definitely take back our country. It's a sprint, just like Obi says, we will never give up. We will never give up. I operate from the UK here. We're doing so much, but on the background, but the powers will soon come out. Keep doing what you're doing, guys. It's complete 1 year of failure. I'm not surprised, to be honest. I'm not surprised because the foundation is poor. The foundation is completely poor. A drug baron, illegitimate drug baron. That's someone who always say that on this platform. Uh, he calls it a criminal drug baron. A criminal drug baron cannot deliver anything. A demented man, completely demented man, a useless man cannot give what he does not have. He is corrupt. His entire cabinet, from the Bagudu to the Matawale, all of them, they are corrupt. From the Umayis to the Wikis, they are all corrupt. Nothing good can come out from there. Nobody should expect anything good. Just like Saddam said when he started, this first year is our best year. Things are going to get worse. Things are going to get worse. To be honest, as someone who practices psychiatry here, We get a lot of calls from people. People are depressed. People are dying. People are dying. People are dying. People are hungry. People are sick. Common augmenting, we know how much it costs at the moment. People said currently tomato is 150K. Things are really bad. So Tinubu is a complete failure. I commend Dari for what he said. Tomorrow should be declared a black Wednesday, and we should also continue to trend. What I do mostly on social media here is just to retweet. I retweet and I block. That's the only two things I do. I block everybody. I retweet and I block anybody that has any Agbado spirit, or I sense any Agbado spirit. I don't care who you are. You can be a professor or a former obedient leader. There's nothing like that. We are here to save the country, and we should continue doing what we're doing. I think I have a commitment with the Up North team, which I hope to redeem today and tomorrow. I just have been busy to send the money to them. I like what they're doing, translating entire obese videos into Hausa Fulani. That is a great job. Keep doing it, guys. The guys from the Up North team, keep doing it. Get all the videos of Obi from wherever you can get them. Keep translating it. Let people know that Obi has been speaking from time immemorial and has got the skills to lead this country. Those who say they will never see Obi lead the country, they will die. All of them will die. It's a complete failure from this man. It's ethically, morally illegitimate, bankrupt. His policies are poor. Everything, insecurity is rising. Nothing good can come out from a demented, criminally minded, corrupt drug baron. So we have to let your world know tomorrow that we need a savior in Nigeria, and we obedience are the selected people to ensure that Nigeria is safe from these criminals. That's my
Yeah.
submission. Well done, guys.
All right.
Cheers.
Thank you very much, Maddox. Thank you very much for that submission. All right. Quickly, I'm going to go straight to Odogu. After Odogu, I'm going to come to
Just 1 minute to make I
yeah.
just wish my sister happy birthday to our general. I see in the building. Happy birthday in Arias. Exactly today, 1 year ago, we had that violence space, that parent fact space P2B, and I remember that was your only wish, and he wished you. I'm happy a year later we are still celebrating you on the platform. Please, guys, he's doing something great. Please jump on the If you want to talk about it, also my sister, you can always come up here and also talk about it. Let people still get to understand what you are doing, the Operation Rescue Nigeria project. I think this second year should be a year of more actions while we are speaking, because nobody should tell you that you're talking online. If we talk, we go, they talk, they go. But at the same time, let's make sure that we're doing things offline also, because it's important while we speak online, we act offline. Thank you. Ninja, back to you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Happy birthday, distinguished. Although I never see that the rice. I've not received the package. I've been tracking it, but it's like it's not delivering. This rice is not rising. All right, happy birthday, distinguished. All right, quickly, I'll just go straight to Udogu. After which, I'll come to Real was here like from the beginning. I think he keep dropping. After Udogu, I'll come to Real. I can see you call me Lexi, Odu Adamilari, Kolade, Audio. I'll come to you guys as well. Udogu, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Meaning. Thank you, Emia Saddam, and everybody on the speaker and listener session. This is actually my first time speaking on the violence space, but I've been an ardent listener on this
Well, so many
space.
first timers today. What did happen? I drink first time juice. I've been waiting when
My
I
brother, listen, by the time this spirit infects you, you will stop listening and start speaking. That's what's happening now. So at this point, we're Sorosoki. That's what we're doing. No more listening. Honestly, oh, first of all, before I continue, I want to um say wish a big happy birthday to the general herself, the only general that I call one man mopo after Harry, the general who trends on her birthday. It's not easy at all. We recognize what you've been doing in these movements, and we'll continue to support you anywhere we can. And specifically here, for those, about those, and all the PDP people that find a reason or the other to defend this man, Tinubu. I like when Emir Saddam started the space, when he extended invitation to all the defenders of Tinubu and asked them to come up to speak. I dare you, I dare any single one of you to take the mic, come and defend this man before us. I dare you to pick up the mic and defend the man who is responsible for over 800 companies shutting down in Nigeria within 1 year. I dare you to pick up the mic to defend a man who has made over 86 foreign trips in 1 year, leading to much loss of resources from the country, in a country where we are screaming that our debt profile is very high and that we need money. You're spending and wasting more money on foreign trips. I dare you to pick up the mic to defend a man who has abandoned over 36,000 kilometers of federal roads in Nigeria to pursue a selfish coastal highway. One brand new selfish coastal highway project. When we have over 36,000 kilometers of federal government roads unusable, I dare you to pick up the phone or pick up the mic to defend a man who has managed to assemble the worst team in the history of leadership in Nigeria. Nobody has been able to beat that feat. Continue to remind everyone who cares to listen that under this Tinubu's government, we have so many ministers who are involved in corrupt cases, even as we speak. The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Betta Edu, was accused of diverting over 640 million naira to private accounts. The Minister of Interior, Tunji Ojo, was involved in this case, and this case is still pending as we speak. The Minister of Arts and Culture and Creative Economy, rather, is using over 3.7 billion naira budgeted for research to build roads and install street lights in her own father's home in Kano and Katsina State. The Minister of Solid Minerals, Dele Alake, is he budgeted over 200 billion naira for a project that is already executed by the previous Buhari government. I dare you to pick the mic and defend this man. I dare you to pick the mic and defend the man who has managed within 1 year to increase Nigeria's inflation rates by over 31%. I dare you to pick up the mic and defend a man who has increased our national debt profile from 87.38 trillion naira to over 99.34 trillion naira, a whooping 20% increase. I dare you to pick up the mic to defend a man who has increased Nigeria's poverty level from 38.8% to over 40% within 1 year. I dare you to pick up the mic to defend a man who has managed to crumble Nigeria's economy before our very eyes within 1 year, 365 days. I dare you. I'll be waiting. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. I'm not sure they'll take you there. The truth is that a person who don't chop now they can't defend. Because now, about people, this don't say, today they've said you can come and talk. Please, request the mic and come and talk. Just chop, eat something, shall, because there's no 911 in Nigeria. All right, I'm going to break protocol and sorry, I am not sorry. We have the birthday queen, who my dear brother bought a juicer just to please her on her birthday. Can you imagine that? So I'm going to just go straight. So every other person, we could have not bet. You don't have right to bet. Let me just quickly take distinguish. I don't think she doesn't even know she doesn't speak on spaces even as much. I don't think I've heard her speak on any space for a long time. But thank God she's here today. At least maybe we hear your voice. Not just the voice note which they record for your TF sometimes.
Well, meaning. How are you, my brother?
Saddam, how are you? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever
You
you are.
don't tell
You
happy
don't think, you
birthday to
don't
make
think,
I sound with my
I
voice.
don't know, I can't dey look for the microphone self. I don't know where they accept them. I just dey check everything. Right.
Happy
Well,
birthday, my sister. Welcome.
thank you once again. Thank you. I see there are a lot of people here today, so I wanted to use this opportunity to thank everyone for the well wishes. Thank you so much. Man, yesterday I was overwhelmed. I didn't know where to start from. I was practically running away from X. Each time I open my app, there's a loaded message waiting. My DM was madness. It's probably gonna take me a year to reply to everyone, but don't worry, you go reach everybody. So once again, I say thank you to everyone. And if I didn't get to respond to you, please, it's not intentional. I'm just so overwhelmed. You know how they say when the crowd cooks for you can't consume it all. You get. So now waiting happened. A lot of people cooked for me. Twitter recorded about 10,000 birthday wishes. I don't know who go reply all that one. Even if I do it one a day, it's gonna take me 10,000 days to finish it. So, but again, I'm very grateful. Thank you for thinking of me yesterday and today because the wishes are still coming in. Thank you. All right. It's been a while I spoke in spaces. I basically lost my enthusiasm. I lost my voice after the tribunal. So those of you who know that I'm very vocal, I used to come here practically in every space to scream and shout and get pumped and all that. But after the tribunal, after the Supreme Court thing, I just kind of like, you know what, I got so exhausted. I felt, you know what, I just want to sit back and listen because there's a lot to learn from listening. You talk. Sometimes you pause and wait for others to speak. So that was practically what happened. So I mean, I can't believe it's been months since actually it's been a year since Tinubu got into office, and that means it's also been almost a year that I spoke here. So but anyway, Saddam reminded me that I needed to share the project that I just launched yesterday. I didn't even remember to come and say it on Spaces. Like many of you know, I have been doing stuff. Each time there's a new project, I'm always trying to see how I can get you guys to, especially those in Nigeria, to find their voices, to figure out a way out of this mess that APC, devil worshippers, drug addicts, bandits, terrorists, child kidnappers, and all what that APC has in their coven has brought upon Nigerians, especially this overwhelming poverty. It's getting so much. I pity people. I pity a lot of people, but there's only so much I can do. And I do not believe in giveaway. No. I believe people have to dig themselves out of the mess. But again, it's not just by saying you have to dig yourself out. I believe at some point people need help. They need help to dig themselves out. Not necessarily financial help, but any other kind of help. So that's why another idea came to me. It wasn't even a new idea. It's something that I have pondered over throughout last year. Initially, I pitched it to a couple of people, but there were some what ifs and what if, and that's usually the thing about me. If I have an idea and I try to run it by people, not everyone is as crazy as I am. Not everyone is as spontaneous and daring as I am. I know saying your papa. So I always have good people who always try to make me see the negative side of things, but naturally I don't put negativity in front of me. I try to go head in first. Anything where I see, I go see them. So when I brought out this idea, initially there were lots of, oh, what if this, what if that. And there were more pessimism, right? And it kind of like distracted me a bit. I'm like, okay, let's hold off on it. Let's just see how things get. But 1 year later, I don't think anything has changed. In fact, things have gotten worse. People who were able to buy food before the election are probably now rationing. People who could enjoy 24 hours electricity via generator are now rationing. So people are tightening their belts like Tinubu asked them to. And it's only going to get worse because I don't see any plan in sight. These guys are here to enrich themselves. But the project that I'm working on it's called Operation Rescue Nigeria. My idea is not, I'm not it's not about snatching Nigeria from anybody. Rescuing Nigeria is for you to gain your feet, your purpose back. It's for you to find your voice, because the fact that you've lost your voice, it means you probably accepted what's happening, even if you haven't. But the fact that you're not no longer speaking in the language that the government would understand. Normally, when we say let's go and protest, well, not really me, but when we say let's go and protest, people tend to shy away from it. It's like the elephant in the room nobody wants to confront. People argue, people scream, people say, no, well, if we protest, they're going to shoot us all. But people don't actually ponder to say, what kind of protest? Nobody have ever asked, ever since I've been on this space. Once you say, let's go and protest, people don't ask, what kind of protest? The only thing they tell you is they're going to shoot us all. So that makes me realize that a lot of Nigerians are not educated enough to understand that there are several types of protests. And it's not even a conversation you want to have on the timeline. You can argue it all day. When you say protest, they think of NSAS. But there are lots of protests out there that people can have. So I have seen what Nigerians can do on the internet, given the outcome of Erisco Foods. We all saw how it went. We all saw how it started. We all saw the middle of it. And we have seen where Erisco Foods is headed. Not minding the breaking news that I shared this morning, we can see that Nigeria has pushed the Risco Foods to Nicodemously set up a hideous brand called, what is that, Tomagood? A bit Tomato Good, I can't remember it. But it's just some sketchy product that it has no name, it has no manufacturing address. The ingredients is still similar. But anyway, so saying that this is as a result of the outcome of the online protest that Nigerians did, which I also spearheaded, which is the hashtag boycott Erisco Foods. So, seeing what you guys can do, I don't think you can't do it. I just think you need a little bit more guidance, perhaps. So that's what bettered this Operation Rescue Nigeria. We're going to do the same thing we did with the Risco, but this time around, we're going to take it to the grassroots. We're going to bring it to your grandma, to your grandpa, to your uncle in the village, to your cousins, to your brothers in every part of the world. And the process is simple. There's nothing secretive about it. So please don't come and tell me to hide the group. I am not creating any group. This time around, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to put my face on it. I'm going to coordinate it, but I'm not going to create any groups for you. I'm not even going to print a flyer. You will do it all by yourselves, but I'm going to be with you. I'm going to stand by you every step of the way. You're going to create groups, WhatsApp groups individually, just 50. If you have the push to get more, do it. If you have a group already that you just like to banter with football or Nollywood drama and whatnot, change the name to Operation Rescue Nigeria. Leave it there. When people ask you, what are you guys up to? Tell them we're about to rescue Nigeria. Just wait for the next instruction. There's no rush. We're not running away. It's coming. Let their mind run wild on what's coming. By the time you and 50 odd and 300 other people are done creating this, we're going to reach at least 15,000 Nigerians without leaving our homes. We don't need to shout. We don't need to argue with the police. It is something that's going to be done via mobile. When you're done, creating these groups. Midway, the people you have invited are also going to repeat the same. They're going to do it until everybody is talking about Operation Rescue Nigeria. But the only way to achieve this is if you are determined. It's not just going to be me tweeting. I'm not going to entertain anybody. I did that last year. I gave you guys good tribunal news. I'm not going to do that. This time around, you're going to do it. You're going to show me that you're willing to try one more time to take Nigeria out of the hands of these thieves. When you have rescued Nigeria, then you can decide to do whatever you want to do with it. Nigeria belongs to you, not to an individual, not to people in Asorok. It belongs to all of you. So, Operation Rescue Nigeria, I pinned the steps on what we're going to do on my profile. If you like, you can check it out. When you have created your group, please paste it in the comment section. Paste it, tag me if I didn't see it. I'm giving people number Right now, we only have 37 groups created. I need 300, just 300. That's not too much to ask for. There are thousands of people. Even there are 800 people in this space, right? You don't have to be in Nigeria to do it. But then, as a Nigerian, you have lots of Nigerians on your WhatsApp group. So go ahead, create the space. Create the group. If you prefer WhatsApp or Telegram, whichever one, it's great. But the reason why I specifically like WhatsApp is because of the reach. WhatsApp is so common, it's so popular that even people in your village, people who have never been to the city, they have it, right? It's easy to use. They know what it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's not a group to call for donation. It is not a group to sell a business idea. You are going to be in charge of your own groups. I'm not managing anything for you. That's why I want you to do it. You're going to be able to control your own crowd. Everybody is going to have their own crowd, 50 or more people. You're going to speak to your own crowd in the language you're comfortable with, not in my own language, not by what I said. But I'll be here. I'll be here to guide you, and I'm sure a lot of people will also be here together. We're going to do it together. It's not just you doing it alone. But first and first, let's get to 300 followers, and then we think of next steps. All right? Thank you. I'll stick around in case anyone has questions. Thank you, Ramin, and thank you, Sadam.
All right. Thank you very much, Distinguished. The very good thing about Distinguished is when she wants to, and part of it, I still call you Distinguished. I don't, I know they used to feed Basha offhand. Uh, so is that when she wants to do something, she goes ahead to do it and plans it exactly how she wants to do it, and because a lot of times I think the problem is that people want to do things, they just think, oh, what if, not if, and like she said, these are um this is an idea that she had thought about precise how it wants. She could have said 350 groups or 500 or say maybe 1,000. It's specifically 300 at least for a start, so for a target. And I think it's a good idea. For me, I just really encourage as many people to actually key into it. It doesn't, you don't require physical effort, at least not at the beginning. A lot of things you do is pretty much online. So thank you very much, distinguished. So I mean, no, if you have questions, please, your question should not be dampening. Don't come and say, this idea is good, but distinguished should not go work. If I before you finish, you not go. You feed
Thank
all
you,
the
Romina. Sorry. Let me just chip in on that part. To those who are about to be discouraging, I agree with you. I haven't heard what you have to say, but I agree with you. I'm sure you have good intentions. I'm sure you already know what's going to happen tomorrow. But please save it. All right, save it. Let us try it this way first. If it didn't work, then we can go do it your way. Let's try. Let's think of
exactly, yeah.
good things. Let's think of something. When you think of one bad thing that can happen, think about 1,000 things that can go right. That's how I look at the life. How I look at life. Whenever you're thinking of something negative, think about all the things that can go right. Right? Don't think of negatives all the time. But don't bring it to me. I'm just saying. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, distinguished. I like how you put it, but that's how you get things done. Because most of the time, anything you want to do in life, you will always find a reason not to do it. Especially if it's something that is valuable. You will always find a reason not to do it. So thank you very much. All right, quickly, let me just go back to our speaker. So I'll go straight to Richard. Don't come on. Let me go to call me legs. Oh, Releva best. Today now, not too many for you. All right. Releva best. Let me quickly come to you. I knew you were supposed to speak since. But just see if you can make it as short as possible so we can take Mr. Kola Day, Oluwadam Larry. Inem, call me Lex if you like, the laugh for there. Hope you don't create your WhatsApp group. You personally, I go monitor your WhatsApp group. Releva best, go ahead. Releva best. Why you they protest? We can't hear you. I don't know what you are doing. Or is it just me? Wait, is it just like I can't hear you, level base? Sorry. Maybe I don't talk to myself.
We can hear you, but we can't hear him.
I better go. Cause we don't call it say in the raise hands like we not go green, we not go green. Level base, I can't hear you anyways. So maybe it's network. Um, let me go straight to let me just quickly take Oluwadamilare. How will I do it now? Please, maybe we should just do like 3 minutes. Just make it as short as possible so we can quickly just go through everybody. Oluwadamilare, Inem, Mr. Kolade. We'll just go sharp, 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 sharp. Oluwadamilare, go ahead.
Thank you so much, well meaning. I really just want to thank you guys for the work we've put in so far. Looking at where we came back last year, 28th of May 2023, to where we are right now, it's been of a roller coaster kind of journey. But right now, I can feel that we are really maturing into this game. I would try and make my submission as quick as possible. Peter Obi said how you come into power determines is more important than what you do thereafter. And that Baba Ahmed also said something very iconic that I feel most people hasn't absorbed till today. He said the worst kind of disaster you can have is the human disaster. Natural disasters can be remedied, but when you have a human disaster in power, it causes 10 times the chaos. Talking about human disaster, how you come into power really, really matters. And that brings me straight back to what we call oral tradition. And I just want to, put this into a team, for us to have a historical context of what we've been doing over here. Oral traditions can be defined as a form of human communication wherein knowledge, art, ideas, and cultural materials is received, perceived, and transmitted orally from one generation to another. The first recorded oral traditions was when Paul was persecuting the church, and then in Galatians 1:23, he said it wasn't known around the church, but it was known as he who persecuted the church that promotes the faith he once sought to destroy. Another oral tradition we can see is how the Quran was transmitted from one generation to another, from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, down to how we have the Quran today. The earliest oral tradition I can think of in politics is Yaradua, when he said, and people actually remember this quote that he said, the election that brought him to power was flawed, and know how we try and sort that out. Another oral tradition we can, pinpoint is to Jonathan, where he said, his ambition is not worth the blood of any Nigerian. His political ambition is not worth the blood of any Nigerian. Another oral tradition we can also pinpoint is to Muhammad Buhari, where they said, baboons and dogs will be soaked in blood. Another oral tradition we can pinpoint to Peter Obi, he said he is not desperate to be president, but he's desperate to see Nigeria work. Now, the Bible says when the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? What do we know about the oral tradition of Tinubu? His oral tradition says you should snatch it, grab it, run away with it. And that is the very foundation he built, his presidency upon. And I'm really glad that the oral tradition that is going about right now all over the world is that Peter Obi won the 2023 election. So it is the story that will be passed from one generation to another. In the next 100 years, nobody will remember this administration. The only thing that they remember about 2023 is that there was an oral saying going about the time that Peter Obi won the 2023 presidential election. And that's the worst thing they hate to hear. They would rather bring down, they would ignore the economic challenges, security challenges, and every other challenges for them to come out and say, how did the person that took third came first? We can see this from the Senate president, the last speech he gave, and every of the defender of this administration. So what I'm just trying to say is the failures can be found from the foundation of where Bola Ahmed Tinubu started from, by snatching power. And I can tell anybody that is a historian, that probably you are a fan of historicity, there is nobody that has come to power that stole power in Nigeria, starting from 1914, from the amalgamation of Nigeria, to 2024, as I'm speaking today, that his tenure ended good when he stole power. Nobody. The only person that managed to escape was Jonathan. And now, if we imagine Nigeria going backwards, just let's turn the direction around and imagine we are in 2015 and we are moving back to 2014 in the opposite direction of where Jonathan came from. We can see that it is a progressive graph. But coming down from 2015 down right now, it is a retrogressive grab. So how you get to power, like Peter Obi said, really, really matters. And I would just prescribe one solution to it, because I'll just give a brief example. Nebuchadnezzar was a very bad, king and all that. The reason why he ate grass was because he attributed the prosperity of his kingdom to himself rather than God. It is God that gave prosperity. If God cannot prosper Nebuchadnezzar, that was an evil person, why will he want to prosper the person that said snatch it, grab it, and run away with it? The same person that said it is not different from the person that said, I would exalt my stars above the stars of heaven. I would be like the Most High. It is the same iconic I will message. And if God cannot forgive the person that said, I will be like the Most High, he cannot prosper the person that said, I will snatch it, grab it, and run away with it. There's a spiritual connotation to all this. And it's sad to know that most of our spiritual leaders now are now relocating abroad. After putting these things down our throats, knowing fully well the ramifications of what comes after this. And the sad thing is, it's not going to get better, like anybody said. You
Yeah.
cannot, the foundation is destroyed. What can the righteous do? Let me just round up by saying the only way things can get better, there are two ways things can get better. I 100% subscribe to Field Marshal said, oral traditions down to the grassroots. Keep telling them, transfer it orally. It's not even about creating WhatsApp. It was the same way we won the 2023 elections. The second way this thing can, there's a this administration can progress is what they call restitution. The Bible says once a thief is caught, he must return back what he stole sevenfold. He must give his household. Bola Tinubu should go back to INEC, tell them to publish the right results, because INEC still has that right results in their database. Tell them you should do a restitution. I know it's something impossible, obviously. They will never want to give up power. But that is the only way. Else, it will always be a disgrace to the national community, to the international community. It's like the plague of Egypt. Nobody wants to associate with. So I'll let other people contribute. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for giving me the opportunity to speak. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Oluwadamilare. The submission is always very philosophical and very like violence based. Listeners, people are supposed to be. So that I'm supposed to call the collector offering, because the kind of learning that some people bring, teaching that some people bring to some of these places, it's enormous. Thank you very much, Oluwadamilare. That was
Okay. We're gonna begin pay that offering. Uh, the account will be in the jumbotron. That's an offering immediately. Thank you.
Sorry for cutting in. I just want to wish Field Marshal happy birthday, and tomorrow is my birthday. Thank you so much. Sorry about
Happy
that.
birthday, my brother.
yeah.
Happy birthday in advance. God bless you. And you're too. See
I
the
better
kind
can
of
say May. This May. Well, don't worry. And I
the
just
kind
see the
of
book of spoiler for us.
but are better people than born for May and December.
Now, Tinubu
Other
got
months
spoiler
I
for
don't
us.
even know.
Tinubu. Oh my God. Anyway, thank you very much, Oluwadamilare. Meanwhile, let me just draw attention to some of the posts on the Jumbotron. There's a poll, I think there's a poll that Parallel Fan had put out earlier. I think it's an interesting poll. Try to vote if you want to. It's not by force. Then also, Dari requested earlier. Not like requested, he suggested, he brought it up that tomorrow should actually be a Black Wednesday. And I subscribed to it and, quickly went to the archives to see if we can cook up something. So there's a Black Wednesday image updated because we had something similar last year, which you can use to trend hashtag Tinubu your failures from tonight to tomorrow, and maybe hashtag Black Wednesday. Like my tweet, I made a couple of hashtags there, but the oral tradition of tomorrow. Let me take Oluwadamilare's words. Of tomorrow should be that. Like he said, it's true. People are going to come years from now and know that Tinubu did not win 2023 election. There's no way they can paint it. It's not, like, you don't understand. Tinubu really wish there's a way can take away some of this. Tinubu in fact, he would have really loved to sound illegitimate, to really feel legitimate rather. But it's you can't buy it. So we need to make it clear tomorrow. The best within our own sphere of influence, like I said earlier, which is X. And that's very important. And lastly, I pinned the tweet from Field Marshal that she had made reference to earlier from our TL. So also look at that tweet and follow up and just see where you can also play your own part and add to it. All right, quickly, I'll just go straight to
Wait, wait a minute, I'm here now. I'm here.
real level best. Why you come now? I was just hoping you don't come.
I don't
Go
want you
ahead,
to
I'm
go
joking.
straight.
Go ahead, go ahead.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're speaking from. I'm sorry, my network has not been, fair to me, so that's why I've not been able to. I heard you're calling me, but I can't just take the mic. So, but I want to start by thanking everyone here. It's a long time I've not spoken on this space. Like the Israelis, you know how they behave. They have reserve army. Anytime there's any serious issue, their reserve army will come. Maybe Saddam has put me in reserve army now. So anytime a bomb come, now we will just come out. Anytime there's a terrorist attack. And you know that for me, it's always when the APC people are around. That is just when I'll be in my element. So it's good that we have all of us here, since after the election, every one of us has been fighting, has been firing from all cylinders, and that is why APC people, they cannot attack us again. I remember those days when we come, we have people like White Bear, we have people like Doggy, we have people like Malam. I've forgotten that Malam now. But today they now bring Soyinka. So you can imagine how we have, that is to tell you how powerful you are. People like Doggy can no longer come to defend Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But people like White Beard, people like all this Malam, whatever, they can't come. The people they send now is professors. That is, it should be a thing of pride that people that come to actually attack us today are professors, because those other rats can no longer come. And even the professor, the white-headed professor, people are now telling him that, Oga, it is time for you to pack because disobedience, you can't contain them. Having said that, I want to say again, happy birthday to the field marshal, herself. I think I was reading what Twitter said about you. I'm like, oh, I said this general he has gone global. Thank God you're my sister, and thank God all of us are in this battle together. But I just want to say just few things. The things they told us about Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but this one is just very common. They said, oh, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a Democrat. They said, oh, the reason why we want this man to be president is that he was a former Nadeko, he fought for democracy, he's a Democrat. Today, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is now the president of Nigeria. There is nothing like democracy in Nigeria. The election was rigged, and since he came into office, everything that man has done has been said. He knows how to assemble. That one thing about Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he might be old, he might not be working well, he might not have all this, but he has a brain that he can actually assemble the best brain of people. The truth about the matter, like people noted, I don't think there's any administration that have had this kind of people. We don't even know who they are. During the time of Buhari, we see people like Lai Mohammed is always talking, and we know that I don't even know who is the Minister of Information. We don't know anybody aside from LPs that did something that made the Minister of Aviation, somehow obvious. Nobody knows the people who are in this, and the ministers. We don't know what they are doing. We don't know who they are. They also say he has a blueprint that Bola Ahmed Tinubu has a blueprint that he built Lagos with his blueprint. Nobody knows where these blueprints. In short, we are now looking for the black print, because maybe if they use black prints, perhaps we might actually, because everything that they met, they have actually destroyed. The one thing about Soyinka and his, coming to defend this Bola Ahmed Tinubu is that the Nigeria that Soyinka fought against, when people say, oh, Soyinka used a gun to go in a radio station to stop them from announcing a result that he felt was rigged. That Nigeria that he was fighting, that he called all the people who were leaders in those days, he called them names, called them daft. The Nigeria he fought against was actually better. Was a better Nigeria. Like the people who lived, perhaps the education was better, the lighting system infrastructure was better. In even the caliber of leaders in those Nigeria that Soyinka fought against, they were more better and felt somehow Soyinka felt that the country that he wanted should have been better. The leaders he wanted should have been better than those leaders he was fighting against. Today, fast forward, the leaders who have today are not in any way compared to the leaders that Soyinka fought against. And today we are fighting against that kind of government. And Soyinka is now coming to defend the indefendable, to come to defend the people who was not in the caliber of people that he fought against. That is just what is happening. And that's why I said madness going on in this country. And I said Nigeria is a crime scene. All of us have just gone mad in this country because if the leaders have gone mad and we, the followers, have not gone mad, like we have not said, oh, we cannot agree, then that means we have a problem. All of us are sick in this country, like Odumeje just noted that, I never knew that a day will come when I will agree with anything Odumeje said when he said all of us are illiterate in this country. Because if you're being ruled by illiterate and you allowed yourself to be ruled by it, means all of us are culpable. I think it is time. The consciousness we have today, and thank God we are getting used to this. We are building up because they've not seen the last of us. We are talking on social media today and they are crying because very soon it's not going to be social media. We are all going to come out on the street because it's going to be a fight to finish. It's going to be a fight of our lives. It's either we allow ourselves to be killed by these people or we rise up to fight against what we believe to be the kind of country we want. Because everything that we hold dear, I don't know any aspect of this country that Buhari, I never knew a day will come. I've said this thing several. A day will come when somebody will just reflect or look back on Buhari's regime and say, oh, Buhari did something better. Today, everything. I say this thing, so I say I think it was during the time of Jonathan that I started paying attention in Nigerian politics, becoming so involved and not the rest of them. In my lifetime, if Nigeria can go back to 2014, if we can go back to 2013, we would think that God has done the highest miracle he can do for us. Because in 2013, 2012, in 2014, things were a lot better. I don't need to tell you how much dollar was. I don't need to tell you prices. I went to market today to buy tomatoes. The tomatoes that used to be 300 is now 2,000 naira. You can't even buy fresh tomatoes. This is not imported goods. This is something that we plant. You can't imagine what happens to imported goods. So Nigeria has gone to hell, and the people who plunge us into this problem. So when you see people coming, when you're venting, social media, like people call obedient, is because they don't have anything to attack Obi on. So each time they want to attack Obi, they don't have anything to attack him on. They now turn to obedient because we are like easy prey to them. We are easy to, obedient this, obedient that. The truth about the matter, you're not making a mistake. You're doing everything right. You're doing everything you're supposed to do. And anybody who comes for us, we are going to come. One thing about this movement, one thing is that we have not come for anybody. We have not woken up anybody any day to go and find one name and say, let us attack somebody. It's them that will bring their leg out. Nobody has insulted Soyinka. People could come and say, oh, this man is a noble great. He did this one. He wrote this one. Nobody of all the books, whether it's the Trials of Brother Jero, whether it's the King Horseman, whether every book that nobody cared about everything, but it's him that came out to call us fascist. It's him that is coming out today to say Peter Obi cannot. If it's God, if Soyinka is God, perhaps Peter Obi will not be. But if it's not God, and I know he's not God, Peter Obi one day and obedient, a day will come when we will look back and say, yes, we fought a good fight, and today that God has given us victory. So for everyone on this, space, Saddam, well-meaning, thank you for
Yeah.
always holding forth, Madam Bolande, Field Marshal, Kola, I can see Madam Ankade, everyone, I can see our, our Obiari or something. I'll see you here. Thank you for everything. I don't know. I'm seeing
You,
Zari.
you know,
Wait,
you
wait,
know.
wait, wait. Wait first.
Just say
No,
you
I don't
don't
want
know.
to.
No, just say what you
Wait
know.
now. Okay, please.
A switch
Wait. Let
child, a switch side, a
no.
switch child, go straight.
Wait
Don't be like
now.
Tinubu.
Wait now, please. Wait, just wait. Let me just cool down. Please, I want to talk about Edo election. It's important that we win Edo. And Edo election is something that is going to propel us, is going to inspire us, is going to make us actually go into 2017, whenever that 2027. Please, my heart is in Edo. In short, I'm even thinking of actually changing whether I'm going to change my voter's card so that I can actually vote in Edo. It's important that will do everything that we can do, to win. Jimmy, I can see everyone. If I don't call your name, please, Madam
All
Bolandi.
right.
And please, I'm not seeing Sweet Angel. Saddam,
You know,
please, if Sweet
you
Angel
really
comes when
have
I'm
it.
not here, please, greet her for me. Please,
All
Saddam.
right.
Saddam, I'm just
Yeah. Thank you very much. Sweet angel, the same way I greet you. Thank you very much. All right, quickly, let me just go straight to Mr. Kolade. Mr. Kolade, I've been here for so long. Even audio, everybody have been here for so long. Mr. Onemeka, I can see you. I'm sure I'll come to you at some point in the space to just give us your takes. Thanks for coming around again today. All right, quickly, I'll go straight to call Mr. Colady, then I'll take in name and audio.
My brother, I greet you. Emir Saddam, God bless you. Thank you for your time. Sister B, God bless you, ma. My sister, not my only. My sister. Happy birthday to you once again. Thank you for all you do. May God bless you real good. We appreciate you, and you know we love you so dearly. I greet everyone, to all my comrades out there. Me, I'm a respectful person. I greet everyone, both old and young. Okay, so for me, sincerely speaking, this is 1 year of disaster. This is one good year of disaster. Nigerians, I want you to see things this way. This is a whole 12 months, 1 year wasted again. Wasted. You can never recover it back. Like it's gone. It's gone. Look at how much did you have in your bank account, Nigerian bank account, before the year started, before this man that stole an election, this man that believes that anything, as long as his money is there, can buy anything. And he indeed bought a whole country called Nigeria. Look at how much do you add in your bank account? Where are you today? So this is nothing about whether you are whatever, Badu or whatever. Open your brain and begin to think. Your destiny is being ruined. You just wasted a whole good year of your life. Meanwhile, their own children are living large. Hmm? One of his daughters is right here in the US. She's living large. So please, I've only come here to just appeal to you. Tomorrow, there's nothing to celebrate. Tomorrow is, in fact, it's more than morning. It's more than morning. If you like, you open your mouth and speak out, speak up, speak up. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. For how long? I've never experienced this kind of hardship in the history of Nigeria before. For me, in my own 40 plus years on earth, I've never seen it. I've never experienced it. You see everybody complaining. Everybody. I've never heard where a Yoruba woman will open her mouth to say, where is the president? We will beat him. We will beat him. That tells you that things have gotten to the peak for people. So, my people, look, the coming generation, the ball is in your court. The ball is in your court. The way they've wasted in quotes my own, and thank God for my own life as it is today, but do not take this nonsense. Enough is enough. Start from that tomorrow. Let him know that, look, he has done his worst. He's told not only did he steal your country, but now he has added sorrow, as in poverty, added hardship to your life. 1 year wasted. And you have how many more years to go? 3 more years to go, if possible, except a miracle happens. Please think twice. I yield.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Colady. Thank you very much. Totally. Omo, the so far in Nigeria, this no be here. Inem, quickly go ahead.
Thank you. Just happy birthday to
Inem,
God bless
your
you for.
audio is kind of seasoned. We had your happy birthday, Sha, so no,
Okay,
go ahead. Mm.
now. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone on the space. Thank you. Thank you. Thus far we've come. Happy birthday, Phil Marshall. God bless you. Continually keep you strong. Thank you for all you do. Honestly, I saw the state of the nation. That's why I collected the mic to just speak from my end here. The state of the nation. This is the first time we've been able to see real time. Garrido Kobiba, 2 cups of Gary is 1,000 here now. This has never happened in the history of my life. And the rice now, the one with sand is 350, sometimes 400. And the one without sand, some places are selling 450, 500 for 1 cup. Now for a child, the siblings that are 6, 1 cup is for a sibling, one child. Now tell me how these children will come to school. Most of them will saw it and move from with. This man has really succeeded in being the most wicked and the most evil soul. It's on my pinned tweets, even when I shouted inside that market that day. I told them, Kuru can fear about it. You will not be able to buy periwinkle. And actually, it wasn't voted. They brought money. Women rejected money. All women poured them sand and they ran away. They ran, entered their car and they left. Those women did not vote them. We did not vote them. Nobody voted this man. He forced himself, bought every institution, did everything he could. But anyways, we are still here, and I think it's getting more painful. Somebody said that they are not pushing, they are not using those doggy and all those people again. They've upgraded to using professors to attack us. That means we are making progress. We will continue on this path until we get our nation back. I think 2012 was better. Gary was not 2 cups, 1,000. Beans was not 400 naira for 1 cup. Students come to school and they're telling me they're hungry. Me, self, my belly no food like this. They will tell me they're hungry. Teacher, I'm going home. Let me walk home. Some can't come again because the distance is too far. Coming on an empty stomach and staying till 2. The state of the nation is in fact, the 1 year has been the most disastrous year of my life. I've never bought for 800, 900, 1,000. It has never happened. Here, black market is 1,000. But I know that this path we've chosen, light awaits us at the end of this tunnel. I don't have anything to say more than this. Let's continue doing what we are doing. Most of the time, I can't say anything. I just retweet and write a little I can and then go away. The pains are real. Nobody is happy. The pains are real. These children, some of them are so weak. Some can't even write anymore. They will just be sitting down there. I don't know how it will happen, but I know there is hope. Thank you. I yield.
All right, thank you very much, Inem. I mean, oh man, thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, you bring a very strong sense of reality. Because sometimes, even those of us that think we talk, sometimes it almost comes off like banter, but we don't also know. As they said it some time back. That some of these things that almost comes off as banter sometimes is actually reality. I mean, past the banter, it's real people living it, real life, real time. Thank you very much, and thank you, Inem, for holding on. You are one person that your passion is a personal motivation for me as well. Thank you. Well done. All right, quickly, I'm going to go straight to audio. After audio, I'm going to go to Polonium. Then I'll come to Mr. Enemeka. Call me like that. I see you. Not say I know they see you. But you go wait for here today. You go wait for here today. You don't close before, so you know I did be. All right, audio, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, sir. Good evening to everyone. Good evening to Emir Saddam, Mr. Well-meaning, everyone on the speaker section, and to all the amiable listeners. Now, my first shout out goes to our Field Marshal. Congratulations, happy birthday, man. Wish you more of God, more years to come, more achievements in Jesus' name. Actually, today is my birthday, actually. So, yeah, today is my birthday. So it's special.
Happy birthday. Like,
Thank you very
wait,
much, sir.
today, like, I've went out today. Today as the 28th.
Yes, 28, 28.
All right, okay,
Happy
okay.
Um,
birthday.
Happy
thank you
birthday,
very much.
Odion. Wishing you all
Thank
the
you very
best.
much, ma. Thank you, everyone. Yeah.
All right, go
Okay.
ahead.
Yeah. Coming to the, I'm not speaking on Tinubu because there's nothing to speak about Tinubu. Tinubu is a total failure, and everyone understands that. But I'm speaking on because most people who support this administration, support this party, they don't understand the mystery behind this party. So I've just been doing some thoughts for some week now concerning APC. My objective here today is APC. I'm speaking on APC. Why is it that everyone was affiliated with APC since the inception of APC? Because APC was formed on the 6th of April 2013 2013 to remove, it was an alliance to unseat Jonathan. And I've noticed that everyone who has joined that coalition, that association, had become worse than they were before they joined that association. A good instance is Fashola in Lagos State. He was a governor under ACN in Lagos State and he served 2 terms in office. And people who were in Lagos State were testament to the things he did in Lagos State. But immediately he switched to APC in the same Lagos State, was appointed as minister under Buhari administration. Everything about him just went from good to worst. Everything has degenerated. He has become a degenerate. Another example is Oshomole. He was a governor in Edo State. He came into power through Labour Party and continued under, in the second administration, joined ACN, and before the change to APC. And you see, all these people had gone bad, worst from the way. I'm just trying to figure it out. Is it that APC as itself? What is the mystery behind APC itself? Because I'm just looking at it because everyone who seems to have some iota of good, most of the people defending this corruption, defending this charlatan today called Tinubu, there were once people, maybe in 2014, in 2013, who stood against him, who were never in support of him, maybe why he wasn't governor in Lagos State. What is it that has changed today because they joined APC, they affiliated themselves with APC, that made them to start supporting, to become the degenerates that we are seeing today? Because I think APC to me is formed on the basis to destroy Nigeria. The aim, the agenda, why they came together, they coalited together in 2013, is to destroy this country, is to destroy every establishment in this country, and to stop this country from progressing or from moving forward. Because I can't see, there is no good that can be recorded since the inception of APC in 2013 that Nigeria has benefited from that coalition. So I believe APC, my point this morning or this evening is that APC should be proscribed as an organization that has no good intention for Nigerians, and all well-meaning Nigerians are to disassociate themselves from that organization, because it's an evil organization, it's an evil court which has been established to destroy, to deform, and to destabilize Nigeria. That's what I've
Yeah.
come to share here today. Thank you very much. I yield the mic.
Thank you very much, Odion. Totally agree with you. That's why we used to say APC is a terrorist organization. APC is not a party. I think, and I mean, you put it correctly. I say it every time. I feel like, and this is not banter. This is the truth. This is the truth. APC have meetings where they come up with ideas. The same way we have like spaces here and there, meetings, and we come up with ideas, suggestions. APC have meetings where they come up with ideas on how to make life more difficult for Nigeria. Some people say it's not true, that's not possible, that's exaggerated. But yes, let me tell you why they do it. They do it because they know that the more you suffer, the more you appreciate the very little that you are offered. It's a school of thought. I mean, this is like a school of thought. It's a practice. And it's why I look at people that support them. I'm like, it's a slavery. It's not a PC that started it. This is a slavery move. It's ages of slavery. That's how it is. Why do you think like masters of slave at that time would starve their slaves so much so that you appreciate? If they feed you how you want it, if they make you, I don't understand. For example, now if APC is giving us light, giving us everything, small time you start to feel like, well, they took my light for 2 hours. Why are they taking my light for 2 hours? But now they don't give you for like 5 days. The day they give you for 12 hours straight, you'll be saying, Nepal now do it. Think. That's how it is. It's a modus operandi. It's how they operate. Anyway, Pologram, I was going to come to you, but I'll come to you actually. But I think Mary White quickly wants to ask Field Marshal a question regarding regarding the entire plan that she's trying to put up as on the Operation Rescue Nigeria. Mary White, quickly your question.
Hi, my sister, Phil Marshall. Happy belated birthday, my sister. I really like the idea that you're coming up because I really believe WhatsApp is a really good medium to spread the message. Especially, I can tell from my parents; they always get a lot of information, especially the things that go through X. They always get it maybe the same day or the day later. So my question to you is, I know already. We already have. I know I could see on the timeline you said you have 38 and we have 262 more groups to go. So the question is, right now I know we do have something. I don't know if it's Jack or Chigozie that is doing Take Back Niger, and already they are down to. I know down to the local governments because I am part of it. So I was just wondering, is there any way we could like both teams could work together to ensure that we get more of this information down to the grassroots? That's my questions to you.
Hi, Mary White. Good evening. Thank you for the well wishes. Yes, your question is a good one. All hands are needed. You know, anybody who feel like they have anything to contribute towards this project, this campaign, definitely, I don't have any objection. The only reason why I need at least 300 groups is that would represent at least 300 people for a start, each person one group, right? And inside each group, at least 50 contacts. I mean, I personally have about 1,000 contacts on WhatsApp that I don't speak to. And I'm sure a lot of Nigerians probably have more or less. So each person represents one WhatsApp group. So if Chigoze's WhatsApp group, even if he has like 10,000, I would only count it as one, right? But if he wants to advise those in his WhatsApp group to go ahead and create other WhatsApp groups, then that's great. The more WhatsApp groups, the better. I only asked for 300, but if we end up having 10,000, why not? It's still great. So, yeah, whichever way he wants to come in, or you, or anyone else, what we're doing is that we're going to make sure that everybody gets the message. We have done it the internet way. We have done it on Twitter. We have spoken, we have screamed, we have written. Now we're going to also push that message down to those in the grassroots, down to the Mesuya, down to the woman in the market, right? So, and they're all available on WhatsApp. They might not be able to operate Twitter, they might not be able to use Facebook, they might find Instagram boring, but everybody knows how to use WhatsApp, right? So, we're going to do that. And also, we're not just limiting it to English. That's why I say, if I were to create the group and say, oh yeah, everybody come and join me, of course I will get 10,000 people in 24 hours, right? And then I'll be there speaking English and people will just be reading and walking away. But that's not good enough, right? So, but when we have people doing it individually, maybe you're from the north, from the west, from the south, wherever you are, and you like to communicate with your folks in your local language, great. All you need is that one information to spike your idea, and then you go in there and talk to them in the language they understand. And that's how it's going to be from across the region. Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, South, and all that. Everybody is going to be able to have their own WhatsApp where they go to communicate to everybody. And it's all going to be similar communication at similar times of the day, similar movement. But it's all going to be online, unless somebody gets too excited and wants to hit the streets. I don't have any objections, but I understand. I hear people say they don't want to be in the street, they don't want to get killed, and I don't want anybody to get killed. But I don't think operating on WhatsApp is going to get you killed as long as you're not breaking any law. What you're doing is creating a WhatsApp group. So that's what I have to say. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I thought, funny enough, I have very good understanding of what you're trying, what you're saying, and it's like, first of all, you're taking it to the internet grassroots because WhatsApp is like, especially in the Nigerian context, WhatsApp it's the internet grassroots. Everybody is on WhatsApp. I mean, most people. My grandmother is on WhatsApp. She doesn't even know how to operate a phone, so she's on WhatsApp. So that's and I totally agree with what you said about not, having it diversified like this with different people will make it, it will look as if I'm the one talking to my guys. Really, I think it's a very brilliant idea for effective and
Exactly.
coordinated
Yes.
communication. Yeah.
If you get a text from your friend, you're more likely to read it and respond than when
Yes.
you get a tweet from General Lucci that you don't know from Adam, right?
True.
So that's the whole point. And
Yeah. True.
like I said, I am not in a hurry to get started. I mean, we've waited for a year. We've all seen what this government is all about. And if Nigerians still want to wait, I'll wait with you guys, right? I'm not waiting to be poor. I'm not waiting to struggle. I don't have anything bothering me. But I'll wait. We're all gonna sit down and watch as it unfolds. But if you feel like, okay, I've waited enough, let's try something different, then come on board. Let's do it, right? I don't have if I only ask for 300. If you feel like you can gather all your village people to create WhatsApp group 10,000, that's great. If I wake up and I see more, that's wonderful. You are going to be your own admin. You're not going to be, nobody's going to control you in your own group. You're going to be your own admin. You're going to be speaking to your family. You're going to be arguing with them. You're going to explain to them why they need to do what they need to do, right? You are the one speaking to them. And when they have learned, they're going to open their own WhatsApp group. You're going to compel them. The same way I compelled you to open, you're going to also use that same tone, that same language. You're still going to force them, not aggressively force them, but you're going to persuade them. Let me use the right word to get them to create their own WhatsApp group. And then when they have understood the message, they're also going to persuade their friends. That is going to be the trending thing on the street. Everybody's going to have a WhatsApp group until it gets down to Asarok. Maybe when your president opens his own WhatsApp group, he will see somebody telling him to open a WhatsApp group, and that would be more annoying. Tinubu go open WhatsApp group too.
Before before person go put WhatsApp group, put to the inside.
Everybody go be admin. We all, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, brilliant idea. I'm a sucker for doing something, and I like the fact that, like you said, it's not we are not in a hurry. So this is not, oh, we want to do it in 6 months. 6 months. If I don't have, and this, and if there's anybody I can trust to see something like this through, I think this Field Marshal, you're probably one of them. There are some people where I say they don't see on the matter. See Field Marshal, you see Harry. You see, I mean, there are many of you guys like that, but it's very relieving. All right, quickly, I'll go straight to Polonium, after which I'll come to Mr. Nnaemeka. Let me just give us some tips of me. I know I had depression today because Mr. Nnaemeka talks now. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Polonium.
yeah. Well-meaning already. Some of us have dropped into depression already. I mean, I just listened to what Inem said, and I decided to just dump everything I was going to say because is my constituency, and I feel very, very. I feel every single one of those words that she was saying. I greet everybody. It's not just Tinubu that has failed. I think many of the governors have failed as well. Private state government collected just over 70 billion in the last quarter of 2023, 70 billion naira, and they generated over 14 billion IGR. Private states IGR is money that a lot of states don't even receive. Companies like Julius Berger, when I was in the bank, I'm not telling you of what somebody told me. Julius Berger alone used to pay over 30 million every month for IGR. These are checks that I collected with my own hands. 30 million from one company alone. That state has no business having children who cannot go to school because they are hungry. It's not just Tinubu that has failed. These governors have failed everybody. And it's so, so painful to hear that the people who enjoy the best of Nigeria, the very best, these people schooled for nothing. They were fed when they went to school. The government paid for them to get quality education in any part of the world, including the one who was out insulting obedience. Schooled in the best schools, paid by government, and yet today they're living a generation that cannot even go to school because of hunger. I don't even want to talk about dilapidating amenities for these children. It is such a sad day. And anybody who comes out to say that these people have done anything, shame on them. A very big shame. And this is being factual, just on facts only. I would just want to commend obedience for everything that we're doing. It's clear that our objectives now are changing, and we are really, really getting into the meat of the matter. I recently made a post, and I realized that a lot of obedience, have blocked so many of these people. The dilemma for me is when you have blocked them, automatically you will not see their conversations, and therefore we will not be able to counter the erroneous narratives. I know dealing with them is hard, but I still feel that one of the best strategies is not doing anything. It's countering narratives. I've read several military strategy books from Sun Tzu, and Colin Gray and others. None of those strategies is avoiding them. The strategy recommends the offensive. So some of us would need to, if you're not engaging, then make the tweets to counter the narratives. But for those of us who continually to engage, who go right into their spaces, to not counter the narratives, that I commend everybody, and I want to urge us to continue to be steadfast. The battle is getting more and more stiffer. They are coming, they are now going after Alex Oti. Of course, we know that Obi is already their target. So that one, me, any day I wake up, I expect the worst. So I just want to commend everybody and urge us, do not relent. Please do not relent. Do not relent. If you need help, if you need strategy, do not relent. Jump on any opportunity to add fire. God bless everyone. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Polonium. Thank you very much. Very spot on submission. All right, quickly let me just let me go to Mr. Nemeka. Um, Tinubu's 1 year of failures. I'm sure Mr. Nemeka can speak for 2 hours on all Tinubu's failures because I mean he also has like first-hand experience on the effect actually of all these policies and all that. So, but let me just quickly let me get to him to just give us one or two quick insights. Mr. Nemeka, are you there? I don't know if you can hear me, but don't relax. You laugh for your mind. You don't hold the mic. native, native doctor. All right. I don't know. If maybe Mr. Nemeka is not close to his phone. Native doctor Juju don't work. All right. In that case, let me go to call me call me Lexi. Then I'll keep checking for Mr. Nemeka. But if it's not there after call me Lexi, I'm going to go to take back Nigeria.
Yeah, I want to come in with on your mandate we shall stand. But I remember he did Baba sees everywhere. Everywhere don't cast. Nobody is ready to listen to on your mandate. That's the reality of the 1 year of Tinubu. They know the reality, no matter how they do it. These days, I don't even go far again. When I see their nonsense that they always post around, FG not Tinubu, I just go under and put Ijoba Lamba, meaning propaganda government. I do say one thing, government is personal. What have you benefited from this government? Ask yourself personally. When Inem came up here, I can see the pain in her voice, and that's the reality of Nigeria. I made a post. I bought pepper, 1,300. In fact, people are still telling me it's still plenty, even though to me it's not. It's not, because this is someone I know very well, that I'm familiar with. I bought that little pepper 1,300. What is it again that I want to say Tinubu have done right? Before Buhari came in, pure water, if you are buying it from factory, you are buying it 125 naira. When Tinubu taken, and as at then it is 20 pieces. Immediately Tinubu came in, pure water have not gone on strike. They've gone like twice or thrice. From 20 pieces, they reduced it to 16 pieces. In quantity, they reduce it and they increase the price. We are buying it from retail, we will be buying it at the rate of 250. If you are buying it from the shop, you are buying it at a rate of 350. Now that Tinubu is there, this is what is called personally. What you are feeling about this government. They don't need to tell you it's propaganda. This is the reality. The lowest amount where you can get today is 650. And the reason why I said that is at least you can see Bovas anywhere. Let's forget NNPC. You know, you can't get NNPC anywhere in Nigeria. Even though I heard they are selling it 580 there, I don't know. The lowest amount you can get today is 650. How much was it before Buhari left? This government don't even send. They wind come and tell me Tinubu has done well. These are the things you can talk about that makes me feel the government. Not about the road they are doing, not about the network, not about that. Government is personal. And I won't come here to gaslight anybody because this is the reality. This is what I'm facing. I buy pure water. I will buy pepper. I will buy Gary. I might decide not to buy petrol. But these are the things that make me survive as a Nigerian. But one thing I keep saying to my fellow Nigerians, you see this Tinubu matter, I don't carry am on top my head, but I no fit carry am pass where I don't carry am. Because it's matter right now. Orun ya boni. No be only me dey face am. Those who vote him, those who no vote him, all of us we dey collect. But the reality is, it didn't enter. So what are you expecting? I listened to an interview of a pastor. God told pastor not to come. Like no, right now, it's like God has told that pastor not to come because Pharaoh is going to rule Nigeria. Now Pharaoh is ruling us. It's like God has forsaken us right now. He has left us in the hand of Pharaoh to punish us. Because how will God tell pastor not to come and leave us that we are paying tithe, we are paying offering? For how long will this continue? You want them to tell you that it is this way before you go? This government is personal, and I don't know how you are feeling it. That's why I always respect you, the diaspora. You guys, they try. We appreciate you. But we Nigerians need to sit up. We need to mount the streets. Nothing is working. When I listen to diaspora and them asking Nigeria, how are you people surviving? Even me as a Nigerian, I don't understand. I don't fucking understand. Nothing is working. Nothing is working. Honestly, me, I am ready. If we say we should mount the streets now, I am ready. Like I always say, those who you think they will carry gun, they too, they are hungry. They can't even fight us. The best they will do is join us to fight them because we already know we have one common enemy. And I hope we just understand and we have the strength to just do this once so that we won't disappoint the next generation. I yield the mic. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Komi. Thank you very much, Komi Lexi. But do you know why you did not get many pepper when you went to buy pepper? I'm going to tell you why. There's a code. There's a code you didn't get that you did not get the memo. Let me tell you. Madam, well done. I want buy pepper. Pepper. What's it pepper? Madam, pepper now. Pepper where then they use cook. Boss, no vex. So you know say this our market now. Every day we dey learn. Madam, beg me to need 200. Okay. What's going on here? So Sabe no vex. I don't get black cells. No, I like everywhere good. Madam, no be pepper be this. Na pepper you dey call this thing. Hey, I tell you what they call am for you. You don't get the code. Don't go and be asking for pepper. Go and ask. You went there and ask for pepper. They don't give you what you ask for. You call the complaint say no many. Ask for Tinubu, you get it. Anyway, thank you very much. That's on the lighter note. All right, quickly, I'm going to go. Mr. Nemeka, are you here now? Okay, I don't know. Maybe you don't. Maybe it's not close to his phone anyway. All right, take back Nigeria. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are spacing from. Thank you, Emir Saddam, for keeping this space alive all the time. Well, meaning you are appreciated. And happy birthday to General Olushi. Madam Bolanle, I see you. I see everybody on the space. Thank you very much. Nigeria is in a very bad state as it is now. People have talked about this, the prices of essential commodity that have already gone above the rooftop. Nigeria is in a state of sorrow, tears, and blood. People are dying every day. The young ones are killing themselves. People are dying of depression. And things are not really looking good. I was passing by very close to my area today, and I told some group of people that were just lamenting. I told them that this year will definitely be the best year if this man is allowed to stay 4 years more. And in fact, one of them burst into tears. She couldn't hold it. So things are really, really, really very bad. We really need God intervention. We need God intervention, but we as people, we as obedience, we need to play our part. We must walk. We must make sure that we unseat this evil regime. These people don't have any good things in mind for us. Imagine what just happened. You are going to construct a coastal road for 16 trillion when there are so many roads within the country that are not usable. We saw a video of a vehicle somersaulting in Benin the other day. All these are federal roads that are not being taken care of. Nigerians are standing knee deep in a river and dying of thirst. That is the current situation. People are crying. Somebody talked about Mr. Kolade also. He talked about checking your bank account balance maybe last year and compare it to what you have now. Money is depleting at a very, very fast rate. Everybody is turning to a poor man as I'm talking to you now. Things are really, really very, very bad. Very, very bad. So talking about Tinubu first year, to start with, I don't even recognize that guy. That guy and his team working with him, they are irrelevant to me because he's not my president. They are very, very relevant. And I want to say it emphatically that if there's anybody in this space, on this space, that is still supporting Tinubu, God will punish you. It shall not be well with you and your family. God will destroy you. That good Nigeria that we want to ensure for our upcoming generation, that you don't want it to happen, God will punish you. You will die before that good Nigeria will come to be. God will punish you. The way you are dropping dead one by one, that's how you will drop dead. If you are on this space and you have come here to eavesdrop just because you are still supporting Tinubu, God will punish you. You will die. It shall not be well with you and your family. Look at what Soyinka did. He said after 1 year, he's going to assess Tinubu. What did he now say? Somebody that I used to respect this man so much when I was young. He now came out to start saying that Obi should not contest. With the myriad of problem that we have in Nigeria, is that the major thing that we really have as a problem that is facing us? Somebody of that age, 89 approaching 90. How many years that guy does he have to live on earth? I'm not wishing him dead, but as an elder statesman, we expect more from him. And that is why when people say that gray hair is not really what really counts to show that somebody is intelligent, I used to have a lot of respect for that man. Okay, look at these killings going on every day now. If you go to somebody, Emir Sadar, I talk about it. Young boys killing themselves all in the name of cult. Is it not the one that caused it? I'm going to round up, but please just give me 1 second or two. Let me just allude to the fact that I read something on David Hunde's timeline today, and he's going to pull out, and he even mentioned the fact that he want to delete a Twitter handle from his laptop and all that, and face his own life.
Yeah.
But I want to appeal to him just a minute, please, that he should please. We need each other. We need each other. He shouldn't pull out. We need each other.
We all need each other. According to this Yoruba adage that Oshenho, Ilanho, a le fi láfọ abọ́, a dẹ̀ lè fi ọṣẹ sebẹ̀. Meaning that both soap and okra, both of them are very slippery. You can't wash plate with okra and you can't cook your soup with soap,
No.
right?
Yeah.
You can't wash your plate with okra. You can't cook soup with soap. So please, I want to appeal to him to still stick on.
All right.
Posterity will remember him. What he has done for us in Nigeria is very great. If not for him, Nigeria would have been plunged into a very serious and devastating war. So I want to appeal to you to please, that he's been appreciated. He
All right.
shouldn't just back out. We need each other.
All
Thank you
right.
very
Thank you
much,
very
and I
much.
yield.
Take back. Thank you very much. Take back Nigeria for that submission. All right. Quickly, I'm going to go straight to Rita. Let's try to do 3 minutes. After Rita, I'm going to come to Chris. I can see Salako on the I can see Salako on the speaker section. Oh God, I'm still laughing. Go ahead, Rita.
All right, thank you. Well meaning, Emir Saddam, Mambolanle, everyone on the space, Jimmy, NC is in absentia. Greetings to everyone listening on YouTube, Facebook, our radio station, everywhere you're listening from. I bring you greetings. Thank you very much once again for this great opportunity. State of the nation. Ash Tinubu 1 year of failures. If I say Tinubu, if I say the state of the nation currently, oh my God, I hope that backing is not entering this space. I'm so sorry about
Actually, we're almost hearing the backing more than your voice. So
Let me move. I'm sorry. I'm
Dog,
sorry. I'm
dog,
sorry.
see the back for Nigeria. I never suffer. I mean, Tinubu the job. Dog get voice to the back for Nigeria. That Tinubu.
Enya, must
Ah,
you talk? Must you
Tinubu is
talk?
lucky. Tinubu
Don't
is lucky.
be. Oh, Jesus. If I say the state of the nation currently is disastrous, trust me, it is an
Nah,
understatement.
lie, nah, lie. The state of the nation from your where dog the back.
Saddam, what thing they do you now?
But I never chop
You,
the dog. But I never chop
you,
him. I never chop him. He's still there alive.
oh, Jesus. What the hell? Amy, stop this. Today is not even that day. I beg you. I'm sorry, guys. Like, seriously, if I say it's disastrous, it is an understatement. Critical self gone, now understatement. It is beyond bad to the extent that a man that said he's a man of God, who said God told him, yeah, that God will use Tinubu to build Nigeria. I am talking about Pastor Kumuyi now. He don't want leave Nigeria go base for UK. So the God when he tell am say God won't use Tinubu to build Nigeria. So he no fit stay inside the Nigeria when God won't use Tinubu to make. Na Rishi Sunak UK. Na God come tell am say make e go stay. Fellow Nigerians, una better get sense. Una, as in, we better get sense. All these our so-called religious leaders that are brainwashing us that you're listening to, Daddy Gio, I will not be surprised if Daddy Gio wakes up tomorrow and tell us he's moving to America and now he's winter friendly. I will not be surprised. These guys have,
I think my mic is on,
they've
but
been backing, I'm getting feedback, please. Am I being heard? These guys are supporting evil, and they know right now that it is sinking. It is sinking, and they are systematically running away. And I want to beg, because earlier on when we started it, they were like, we don't need his body, we need his brain. So Agbadorians that are on this space, wherever you are listening from, if now you hold the brain of Bola Tinubu, you better release the brain, because right now the body we see, we know they see the brain. That brain that you guys said he has, that he will use to transform Nigeria, we never see that brain for the 1 year
when the man sit down for that place. Before now, I've been crying. The Nigerians are begging for heads of fish to eat. At the time, it was like I'm the only one saying it. At the time, other people came and were saying the same thing. That time, the economy was way better. Now that it is like this, what do you think Nigerians are going through? We saw a video of an old woman picking food from the dustbin. These are all the legacies of Tinubu in 1 year. Just 1 year. You don't carry yours, go back to like 20 years backward. I remember this time last year, white stupid beard is always on every spaces, talking with energy. Tinubu, Kinikon, I will use your tears to ride my car. I will use your this to. As soon as the man open mouth, say subsidy gone. White bed head gone correct by force. He started crying all over. Hey, am I going to tell my daughter, my child, that I supported a drug baron? Am I going to tell my child I supported a certificate forger? Oh God, you go tell him, because that was what you did. And thank God for social media, it is on record what you did. So you can't even deny it. The 1 year of this man has brought nothing but shame, disgrace, pains, agony, death to Nigeria. In 1 day, 500 human beings were kidnapped. In 1 day. Have you heard it? Have you heard it? In the words of our principal, these are not things, it's not just something you just pick and put in your pocket. 500 people. And you're telling me we have over 10 different security agencies in Nigeria. What happened to intelligence reports that DSS is always, whenever we hold space like this, we are saying something like intelligent report. Where is that intelligent, or where was that intelligent report at the time 500 human beings were kidnapped in Zamfara in 1 day? The next day, 120 were kidnapped. As we speak right now, we don't even know if those Nigerians are back home. And you are celebrating 1 year. You say you want to celebrate Ted Milan Bridge, maybe say they don't even build me, whether even senior mistake. You won't put them as part of your achievement. The thunder of God will fire as many that are supporting this man deliberately, because Nigerians are dying.
Amigo.
Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians are going through a lot right now.
Yeah.
Anybody that is deliberately supporting this man, fire of God, be you pastor, be you bishop, be you imam, whoever you are, the thunder of God will fire you, because Nigerians that die, these are bloods we're talking about. They are human beings just like you. So this 1 year, if your eye clear you, they support this man, thunder will fire you. But if you're doing it unknowingly, God will have mercy on you and open your eyes to see the disaster that this man is, and begin to speak in the right direction. I yield
All
there, my
right.
friend. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much, Rita. Thank you very much for that power, power pact. All right. Quickly, let me take Chris. After Chris, I mean, I'm not seeing Dr. Olu. I'm not seeing, I don't know. But after Chris, I'll check on Salako to see if it's there. Then come to Dr. Olu. Then, oh, Dr. Olu has been gone. Then Joe. All right, Chris, go ahead.
Thank you, Romin. You dey hear me?
Yes.
Because I dey use my earphones. I don't want to move my hand up
I
and
mean,
down.
you need to speak louder a little, but it's okay.
Okay. Um, I greet everybody, right? And happy birthday in arrears to Generalogy, and of course, happy birthday to those celebrating today and those celebrating tomorrow. So, Kamila is kind of like he, it looked like or it sounded like he read my mind, because I was also going to speak about Tinubu's 1 year in government from a personal level. So I joined the movement a little bit late. And I mean, you could also, personally do this little exercise, because I did it like 2 days ago. And I realized that, no be child's play, right? I downloaded my account statement. And like I said, I joined the movement late, and I was kind of like taking stock. Waiting, I don't spend, not even reach waiting I spend, sorry, I mean waiting I contributed during the election, no even reach half of waiting I don't spend since after judiciary, did that madness. And if you check out, like someone said on space, and I agree when I was looking at my account statement, that the money where you dey even they send go out. So when I looked at it, I could have that thing go do project. Even if you no go finish you go do good project. And that money, if you pay attention to how it's been spent, someone said this on space. It sounded like a joke, but it's true. Mostly it's ending in pot of soup. It's ending in you buying sanitary pad for people. And it's and most times like I mean, if I check how much I don't spend, to dig borehole for IDP camp and even outside IDP camps, for different places. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not even government. Like, now me come, now me they elect, now I be, now me be the government where I will come to do, provide potable drink water for people. And that's how bad it is. You could do that exercise on your own, and you understand what I am talking about. It is that bad. By the time you realize how much you have spent, if you've been dating like me, by the time you realize how much you have spent, at that time you can understand how bad. Of course, other people cannot relate because I mean they're always on the receiving end right now. Then they ask, I mean they don't even get to give, you know. So yeah, on a personal level, that was just my only two exercise, and that's how bad the government is. By the time you find out you're the one being government on your own, providing what the government should ordinarily provide for the people, you know. So someone said another thing, please. 1 minute, I'll round up in 1 minute. Someone said God will intervene. I beg. I think we should. We're making people sit comfortably. What is God will intervene? God don't intervene since before when you were forming your move. I'm not saying there are no miracles. I believe in God and all of that. But let's not make ourselves, be too comfortable. God intervened in Wale Soyinka's life when he was in the womb. He got a brain, right? So how is he using his brain now? We get brain. God has already intervened. How do you use the intervention? That's the question. Um, uh, General Olichi, fantastic idea, like brilliant idea. And maybe I'm overthinking this because I sort of double as a data analyst and data security as well. I don't know. I've already created a group. I just didn't post the link in your comment section. I think we might be leaving ourselves open in that aspect a little bit. I don't know if everybody agrees with me. I think what we could do is once the WhatsApp group is created, give it a name, share the name. Don't share the link, please. I'm still trying to find out how that happened. Someone told me that, oh, you're in this group, and later told me that, oh, we've closed it because it was infiltrated. And I'm trying to find out the link and share with you, Dr. General Litchi, if you actually got that link, right? And I'll let you know. But I think we should be careful and be data security conscious. Please don't share the link. You can share the
All right.
name. Yeah. Thank you, well meaning.
All right. Thank you very much, Chris. All these cyber security people, always security conscious. All right. Thank you very much. I mean, I'm sure, I don't know. I want to believe the generality is still listening. But, I mean, I think you could also maybe try to reach out to in the DMs as well. All right, quickly, I'm just going to go straight to why I was laughing earlier when I remember Salako. I don't know if some of you remember the clue now. That, hey, God, I still have that tweet. I'll go and find it. I will go and find it. I have that tweet. Yes. Is this Salako that said this tweet was to Sheila. You're an African man using slavery to score cheap points. You are nothing but a lanky, wanky, mentally. So, like, before you give your solution, you go explain how. Because what I think, and the reason I put it, think all these kind of things. How can you say Shein Law is Baba Suwe that stopped downloading at 23%? Like, that's just not nice. That's that's that's. And sometimes I see it and I just think about it and I just laugh. Baba Suwe that stopped downloading at 23%. Salako, go ahead. Explain yourself.
Good evening, everyone. Um, I'll leave that premise you asked me to address. I'll leave it to the last of my submission. But I just wanted to say something else top of mind. Um, I genuinely don't want to believe that we actually like. I want to believe that the reason why we have spaces like this and data like this is because maybe you just want to have like some beer parlor kind of conversation. I don't think we are genuinely evaluating Tinubu's 1 year of failure. I think that's a wrong caption. I think he's been successful, and this is me being very honest. But by what metrics do you define failure? If somebody tells you, "I'm going to, I'm going to do A," and you want to measure level of completion, and by the time they've done 50% of A, you can say they are 50% successful. But if they say they are going to do A and they end up doing A, they've been successful. But if they say they're going to do B and they end up doing A, that's when you can classify them as a failure. There is nothing that has happened in the last 1 year under the administration of this man. That's a surprise. There's nothing he didn't say he would not do. In fact, when they were swearing for him, I'm very careful. I'm very careful with the things I say, like with the way I phrase my statements. When they were swearing him, when they were swearing for him, he said something. He said he was going to build upon the legacy of Buhari. We all here in the last 8 years when Buhari was in power. Like there is no sane person that can quantify anything Buhari did as a legacy. But he said he was going to build on it. Has he not built on it? So we are celebrating, the success of the man in 1 year. So I personally, there is no time I've ever passed commentary that have passed any angry commentary at Tinubu as a person because he has been faithful to. He has an antecedent. He was in Lagos for 8 years. People who used to be in Lagos before Tinubu assumed power, they would tell you the drastic change. You see the installation of thugs as a legal institution, state-backed thugs that are exploring full-blown daylight armed robbery, extortion. That same culture that has cascaded to Ogun State. Tinubu installed it. Tinubu was one of the first people that started to drive like election-based violence within the Southwest. And we are saying it, we are crying. We are saying that he was going to replicate that thing at national level. So there is nothing that is surprising. So that's by the side. I believe that when spaces like this are organized, for the next 3 years, there is nothing like talking about collective rescue. There's nothing you can do. And there's only one option, and that's self-preservation. I like to talk about that a lot. Like there's a way we've done more as young people in this generation. We've done more than any generation combined, starting from when this country gained independence. We've been the most outspoken. We've come out the most, and I cannot, in good conscience, suggest anything like protest. Anybody that will be going out to protest is a foolish person. We were out in 2020. We saw what happened. Some people are lying cold in the ground today. You don't even remember their names, do you? But they came out for a common cause. But their families have to bear the loss, right? They have to bear the tears. So there is no, in good conscience, cannot say let people come out and come out. No. As a country, we believe that our strength is in our ability to persevere, but that's our cause. When they say you want to praise Nigerians outside, and you say let's talk about Nigerians can persevere, Nigerians can do that. That's not a strength. That's a cause. Because you would your solace is in your ability to adjust even when you are boiling in water, when you are boiling. And you cannot, if you want to risk your neck, you cannot risk your neck on the gallows for Nigerians. Nigerians are not the ones. From the beginning, we are not supposed to exist as an entity, but that's a convention for another day. Look at the clear contrast that exists between people in the south and people in the north. You cannot be surprised if today they reshuffle the cards and they say that let's vote again, let's do an election tomorrow. They will vote this guy on the basis of Muslim tickets. This is a country that has been ridden and has been caused by the cause of religion. I'm very staunch Christian. I believe in God. But we can, if we want to count 10 things that has destroyed this country up until now, 9 over 10 is religion. Adeboye lays command to millions of people that wear the emblem of RCCG. He marched everybody to the street when things were barely, we are 1/10 of what it is now. He marched everybody to the street. This white-headed nuisance that is basking on Yoruba elderly tax to take every time it jumps on a podcast. I was unfortunate to be on a space, on an Agbado space, a couple of hours ago, and when they asked somebody, one of these retards, to come and talk about the first 1 year of Tinubu's government, and he said it in his foolishness. He said, I would not say it's a failure. Like, is Alex Oti not operating under Tinubu's governance? Now, the first thing you can mention as the sin, you cannot even point anything on the federal in 1 year. Wale Soyinka stood up. He went together. They marched the streets. He used his literally whatever tax to march people to the street. But now, your guy, the guy that was giving you pot and pants in the 70s, under brother, is the one in government. Not once have you come to speak about it, to speak against, because he can't. They are the kind of people that they've eaten plantain. They cannot say the truth. The Yorubas cannot say the truth because of eating plantain. But at least keep quiet and die in peace. But no, Obida, it's not the president, nothing. So to be honest, I feel like the only purpose for spaces like this should be that it's good for people to rant, because I don't believe in compressing your pressure, compressing the way you feel inside. Like, come outside like this and rant. But like, let's be serious. There is nothing we can do. There is nothing you should do. You cannot go outside and say you're raising emblem. You'll be a foolish person. If you die, you die. You'll just join the statistics. So I'm going to round off my premise, because I know there'll probably be other speakers on the road. I'm going to round off my premise by saying that the reason Nigerian politicians eat a jackpot with Nigerians as a country. Eat a jackpot. We are one of the most docile, backtracked, backheaded set of people. So no matter how you punish, like tomorrow, go and give that woman, go and give her 1 cup of rice, and she will sing your praise. Give her 10,000. You can't die for people like that. Let them be. Let everybody suffer. But the people that are smart, that want to do, like, tend towards self-preservation. When it's the next 4 years, and I want to go again, let's see. By that time, I believe that there are a lot of people, a lot of young children, young teenagers that are in school, that are in their 16th, late teens, that would have probably been ripe for elections. If we can still canvass in the same energy and see how to whatever measure on a political scale that Obi can do, whether with the North or with Atiku, whatever it is they are planning, and that works, that's fine. But between now and that time, you've been persevering up and now, persevere. The only reason why why governance like Tinubu would exist is because they are fools. They can bank on the tax of retarded fools that have influence. People like Wale, people like Sheilo, that can use that kind of influence to ride on bigoted wings,
Yeah.
and whitewash them on the scale. That's the only reason why they thrive.
Yeah.
See, I mean, it's late,
Thank you
man.
very much. Thank you very much, Salako. I mean, to be honest, as harsh and direct as some of the things you said may sound, it's actually the fact. So I can't fault it. It's very difficult to fault it. It's the sad reality. It's the sad reality of Nigeria. It's the sad reality. I mean, even listening to General Lucci just now, I mean, it's obvious that you can't even count on Nigerians to physically, come out. That's why, she's putting up some idea just to also help, that can at least be done online, so that everybody really feels say at least no go feel online, right? It's quite unfortunate. It is what it is. Thank you very much, Salako. I mean, thank you very much for that reply as well too. to Sheilo. That reply is epic. I will lie. That reply was out of this world. All right, quickly, I'm going to get Joe Mbakwe. After Joe Mbakwe, I'll check again if it's an Emeka is here, but I'm sure Mr. Emeka don't sleep.
Okay,
Go ahead,
hi.
Joe.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Where do I start from? I think I don't have a lot of time, so I'll just go straight to the point. This space is supposed to be looking back at the last 1 year, but I think instead of focusing on that we should focus on, excuse me, we should channel our energies in a different direction because there's really nothing to look back on for the past 1 year. I'd like to mention a couple of things. So first, I think we need to be a bit more strategic about how we go about our efforts. What do I mean? So firstly, look back at the last elections. If you remember, and the reason why I say this is what Oluchi was talking about is it's very, very apt. It's a no-brainer. A lot of the propaganda that was spread this last election was spread through WhatsApp groups. They had a lot of WhatsApp groups that they were communicating, and funny enough, you'd be surprised the amount of false information that people were propagating, even though they knew it was a lie. But because it was for a common cause, people didn't have any issues with sending these messages out. So one of the first things I would want to advise is that we need to beat them at their own game, and that's by actually forming a lot of WhatsApp groups where you can use to actually disseminate information. Things are bad, but until you actually put it in people's faces, some people don't know. So that's the first thing, using WhatsApp groups to do the same thing they're doing. Second thing is there was a post on Twitter not too long ago. I'm not sure where I saw it. And the guy put in a comment. He said that if there's going to be any form of revolution or people getting frustrated to the point that they're going to take to the streets, it's not going to start from the south or the east or even the west. It's going to start from the north. And trust me, you have no idea how true that is. What Sarako just talked about is he's absolutely spot on. In the southern part of the country, we're quite docile. We are the kind of people that no matter how bad things are, we just say, well, my brother, what can we do? Oh, ahead, there's still life, we'll move on. But you see, the north is, don't get me wrong, if you think there's poverty in the south, trust me, it means you've not been to the north. It's worse. But a lot of them are not even aware because they live on handouts coming from the politicians. So until we start to do a bit of sensitization to let them know that, look, you can't remain like this. There's actually life outside the way you are right now. Things will not change. The country is highly divided amongst ethnic, religious, tribal, and economic lines. And that is exactly what the propaganda for this last election was based on. It's either they use the fact that the incumbent is from a particular part of the country, or they use the fact that, oh, no, we're doing Muslim ticket, or they use, oh, no, he's from this part. That was what the propaganda was built on. So until we actually start countering that narrative, we might not make much progress. Yes, you'll be surprised to know that yes, I think WhatsApp is a good idea, but there's a lot more of people that cannot even buy data right now. I know people that have WhatsApp on their phones, but they only turn it on when they want to check if there are messages because they don't even have money to buy data. So then the last thing I wanted to talk about was this show in Kazon. It's interesting. Ask yourself why it doesn't make sense why Wole Soyinka will be doing what he's doing. But until you sit down and read between the lines, you understand that they are realizing that they also need to start changing narrative. So that's part of the reason why they are putting forward, quote and unquote, intellectuals to actually come and help them change the narrative. So the only way to counter that, I'm glad I'm seeing the responses online. People are actually coming out to refute what he's saying and not just putting him in his place, but letting him understand that, Oga, as much as we appreciate what you may or may not have done for the country in the past, times have changed, things have moved on, and you're no longer living in line with present realities. I'm glad that, and I'm sure these messages are getting back to him. So before you would see such utterances from him again, trust me, he would think twice. Then lastly, the last one I want to talk about is this. our religious houses. And when I say religious, I don't mean just churches. I mean both churches, both mosques. They play a very important role. People need to actually pass on this information that number one, people are suffering. Number two, the present administration, not only do they not have a plan, you can't give what you don't have. They don't have the capacity. You we need to do a bit more sensitization in these places of worship, because it's like, don't trust me, there's nothing you'd want to tell someone right now that they don't already know. But until you start reiterating it over and over again, until it sinks into their consciousness, that's when maybe towards the time for another election, they will not be swayed by 1,000 naira or 2,000 naira. Sorry, I think I have to yield the mic because
All
my
right,
time
thank
might
you
be
very
up.
much, Bakwe. Your points were quite articulated, and I really agree with a lot of your points. It's built around sensitization. That's why what General Lucha has initiated. I don't want us to, you know, just see it as what she's doing alone. What she has initiated and willing to also push herself is quite important, and just to get people to get involved. So, thank you very much, Joe. Mr. Nemeka, just this one is formality calling. If you talk, like, I will just be shocked because I really feel like you will not talk. But all right, okay. All right, I think that's actually, an okay place to bring today's place to a close. Thanks to everybody that spoke today. Apologies to those that we couldn't bring up, because I mean, if you notice earlier, my submission was quite short because I wanted to get a lot of people. But we were able to get a lot of people, but still, not the finish, because Nigeria matter too safe. The finish. So apologies to those that we couldn't bring up. Of course, there will always be some other time. I just want to remind us again of, first of all, starting from uh, this concept, the Operation Rescue Nigeria concept, which really, in some way, I think because people see it as Operation Rescue Nigeria, it sounds like one protest name or something. If you listen to what General Oluchi explained earlier, it's really just to have a coordinated front to disseminating information, because a lot of the things we talk about just stops here on X, just stop within us. Nobody gets it out there. And there's this fear I normally have, that if Nigeria was to revolt tomorrow, I'm not so sure we have the right kind of revolution. The poor man may think his enemy is his neighbor that has a car. That he may think it's the people. Some people even have already even been brainwashed to think that, oh, it's the people that are selling things in the shop that are making it expensive. They are the ones they are the ones increasing the prices. So it's important for us to channel, like I think someone said earlier on the space. There are a lot of angry people in Nigeria, but they don't know what they're angry at or what to be angry at. So some of them, that's why you see someone that is very angry, someone that is hungry. You engage the person say, even Tinubu they try. Tinubu, and you're thinking, is this person okay? You understand? So I want to encourage us to try to get involved in that. Then lastly, that today, because we're already on the 29th of May, today let's try to speak up. Let's Sorosuke, at least I'm saying online at least. I mean, I don't mind saying anything on ground, but at least where within our sphere of influence, it is important that this X, let history record this day. When people come back and make reference to today, nobody will be saying, oh, Tinubu, because tomorrow, people will see, or rather today, people will see different kind of attempts. Just go to any of those news outlets. So it's very important. Please use the hashtag Tinubu and your failures. Talk about today as a Black Wednesday. There's really nothing to celebrate. Really, in reality, there's nothing to celebrate. This is not even banter. In reality, Nigerians should be mourning. Should really, really be mourning. It's sad where we are in. Security, economy, everything is on the downward spiral, and it's just so sad. But again, hopefully, we'll be back again on Thursday. So on that note, I'll hand over to Sadam.
All right, thank you very much, Baba Well Nigeria. Guys, thank you very much, every of you that came out today. As usual, I think it's been a very um and enticing, educative space. Different viewpoints from different people, wonderful Nigerians, Vawulence has been. I've just sat down here listening, and we cannot underestimate or understate how bad the system has been run, or how it is right now, and how much work we need to do as a people to continue to shape this narrative. Many people might not understand how important speaking out is, especially at this point in time. Please do not stop speaking out. Keep on speaking. Keep on trying to put your voice out there. And I think this second year should be a year that all of us should start asking ourselves questions. What are you doing to take this your voice from social media to the offline, to the streets? And I think it's important what Generosity just started right now. We can always find different means. Whatever you're doing, you can help amplify it. Just start doing something. It's very important we start doing something, because for these people we're up against are people that have mastered the art of propaganda, that they have the machinery to fuel their propaganda and to keep it afloat. For the past 1 year, we could see how much they kept us distracted, and if not just the obedient spirit, is just it just is a very, very formidable spirit. Like I always said on this platform, I say many of people come out and say, "Oh, without a bit of this, I don't support again." I say this movement is bigger than every single one of us. Many people started this movement with us. Some of them stopped. The movement continued. Nobody is super bigger than this movement. This movement can live without any single one of us. I always wake up every day and I remind myself that stuff. Do not think it cannot be done without you. As it's the spirit that you cannot kill. Nobody can kill it. I can't kill it. We cannot kill it. The spirit that have come because Nigerians have tested blood. Nigerians want good governance. They have seen a glimpse of what leadership should look like. And if we think we should stop, other people is going to continue for when we stop. So I just feel like I just want to encourage every one of us to understand this second year now we should try and go beyond speaking. Don't stop speaking, keep speaking, but let there be more actions on ground. Um, People are up against, as I always say, are well oiled in propaganda. It's not going to be an easy second year for us. It's going to be more difficult than this first year, because these guys will make Nigerians poorer, make things harder. Um, and our people always know how to find a way to adjust. It's just incredible how Nigerians adjust to issues. It's just incredible, honestly speaking. I just wish we can. I don't even know what to say again about Nigerians, honestly. But all I can say is please um keep speaking out there, keep trying to reach out to people, let people understand their problems and know not just their problems, they know their problems, but know the author of their problems and know how to tackle their problems. But from this platform, guys, I say thank you very much to all of you that stick with us from the beginning of the space to the end of the space. Thank you to all our listeners on the Violence Space radio station, on the Violence Space YouTube channel, our Facebook channel. You see, we on this platform are doing our bit to try and make sure that we put and push this message as far as possible. That is why I can always wake up and say I did do my own part. I did play my own part. I know they worry anytime, any day I can say I am doing my own work to push this message. I always ask you, what are you doing? Are you the master at telling people what they are at always point? There are some people that are masters at these people are not doing this thing well. These people are not doing this should be done, but you're doing nothing. Complain master. Are you complain master? Are you notice me master? Find what you're doing, but at the same time, please try and put that your job and make sure it's being heard on the street. It's very important. Start acting. Whatever I think should be done, start doing it. Whatever I think other person can do, start doing it. Whatever I think that people can do, you start doing it. That is that mentality we have to. That's why I so resonate with what Olchi is saying. Say you. She keeps saying you, referring to you. You will be in charge. Stop that messianic worship we always do for who should be who is Saddam. If Saddam, this idea will make it come from violence. No, you should start it also. Now one head we will carry. The same one hand wey you carry, the same one hand wey no one use do something, na the same hand wey we dey use do am. It's very important. The same sacrifice we are making, you too can sacrifice. You should sacrifice. When Nigeria gets better tomorrow, you're not going to come and be paying me money. Nobody pays me for what I do. I don't even come out and ask for anything. I'm not even saying it like I want anything self. Same way you should also take it, because if Nigeria works for one, it works for every single one of us. You benefit from it personally. As it is paining all of us right now, it is not discriminating. Just that God has a way of separating we that he knows we stood against these criminals. And there's a way that no matter the hardship is, our people don't go chop stone. Our people don't go chop stone. He will always try and preserve us. But our people are still passing through this hell. We don't go to the market tomorrow and buy tomatoes cheaper for the obedient, or buy fuel cheaper for the obedient. We are all passing through the rot these people have created. So please, to take out these people, all hands has to be on deck. All of us have to work together, and we must not agree. We have disagreements and everything, but we have to understand that the greater goal is to take back our country, because the new Nigeria is indeed possible. And to all our people in Edo State, please, obedience, especially obedience. Many obedience are not in Edo State, are not putting mouth in Edo State. Waka, I just they watch. You know, good though. Let's support our Edo brothers and sisters. Though we need to win Edo State. We need to help them win Edo State. The Edo people are complaining bitterly, that they need obedient support and not there, and they're not feeling it. Please, let's extend our hands of grace over to Edo State. Edo State is highly, highly winnable. And I think if we support them adequately, we will see the handwork, because the man there is a very competent person in Apata. And honestly speaking, if you can see the trajectory of OT, what is seen happen in Abia State in 1 year can also be done in every other state across the federation. But unfortunately, we just have criminals running these affairs of the country. But guys, we'll be back on Thursday. On Thursday, we'll be amplifying the work, the 1 year of opposition. On Thursday, which shall be our flower day for the obedient movement for our principal Peter Obi. We can see how he has been junketing the whole world. On Thursday, hopefully, we might get some special people on the platform also, just commiserate and commemorate with our 1 year of doing our own parallel government. They say that they will form parallel government if they don't give them election in 2015. We have done our own parallel government. And on Thursday, we'll show the whole world what a man has single-handedly used his own personal budget to run a nation, and how far he has benefited and touched lives. And from my platform tonight, I say, guys, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Please, we'll be back, as I said earlier on Thursday, same time, same station, same venue. Do not forget, it's always the Violence Space, the home of facts and figures. Thank you, my brother, well in Nigeria. Thank you, Mama Bolande. To those that could not speak today, please, we had a whole lot of the request. In fact, I have to extend this way over an hour ourselves, over 2 hours ourselves, actually, just to make sure that people get a chance to speak. It's just that with these spaces, you cannot accommodate everybody. Please understand with us. We'll be back on Thursday. I note your names and your faces, and hopefully, by God's grace, Thursday, you have a chance to speak. And to all our first-time speakers today, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. All our first-time visitors on the platform today, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did not, Thursday will be better. Thank you, my brother, well in Nigeria. Mami Bolanle, thank you so much. Real ever best, thank you. Obiari, my Oga, I didn't get to hear your submission. I thank God at the same time, because maybe you could have sent me some depressing pills this night. Hopefully, you keep that for Thursday. I see you, my brother Jimmy. Get well quick and come back to occupy your position up here. Thank you very much for always sticking with us, my brother. Thank you. Chigozie, thank you. Big Mag, Zari Yusuf, thank you so much. Woman leader, I see you down there, Lamin. Thank you for gracing this occasion with us. Thank you, sweet child. Almost our Edo people, oh. Ibotik Nello, thank you so much. Anka Dede, non-conformist, Dr. Hekena, the native doctor. Thank you very much. God's will, the two God's wills, Dr. Bankole, thank you, sir. Dr. Mary White, my brother Kola Day, Justice, Naira Exchange, Oluwadami Larry, great Mr. Gabriel Bankole, Samuel, the great PhD Samuel Ajayi. Thank you so much, Madonna. My brother's us, longest time. Dr. Olu, thank you so much. Adigwe Dreams, Oduntutu, Seyon Hundei. Comrade Solomon, thank you so much. Anzo P, Otumba DK, my brother Chris, please get well quick and soon. Estate, Amoda, Bombastic, Simca, Duchess, Larry, Akim, longest time, sir. Mugzi, my brother, thank you so much. Mama Wakiri, thank you. Balactic, Nosray, Dan, Peace, Health is Wealth, Dallas, Chine Miriam, all those celebrating their birthdays. Odeon, happy birthday, my brother. God bless you. All those celebrating their birthday today and tomorrow. Happy birthday from the Violence Space. Ponty, I see Meme. I can't call your names, guys. I am Ola. I am Ola. I'm going to very soon block you on WhatsApp. You're a freaking troll that trolls Arsenal, and I dislike that. I'm saying it on space right now. Thank you very much, sir. Dr. Kenna, God bless you. Thank you, Mr. Mozart, OZ, Pelumi, guys, Siku, Seyo, Tegs, Professor Stankovic, Raz, Peterson. God bless you guys. We'll be back, same station, same venue. As always on this platform, this is for God, for country, and for our families. Love you all. Stay safe. And please, tomorrow there's an artwork out there. Please find that artwork and post it across your social media platforms. And always, all through tomorrow, please don't forget, keep tweeting with the hashtag Tinubu 1 year of failures. Tinubu is a disaster. Tinubu is a this. Tinubu is a that. Everything you have, please throw everything into the kitchen towel. Let the whole world know that we do not support this man, we do not stand with this man, and the Nigerians are passing through hell because of the decisions of some certain criminals that stole the election from us last year. And with that, from my side, I say good night, stay safe, see you guys on Thursday. God